Yeah, well, you can wait until we do the actual podcast to actually get it started. Um, hey, are there people online? All right. Yeah. Right. All right. So I set up the Twitch picks poll to see if people want to vote. I don't know if it'll show up. We'll see. Yeah, we should tweet out that we're live. Oh yeah, there we go. Jablam Sports is live. Yeah. Here we go. We're live. Uh I don't have your audio streaming, Pete. Yeah, I'm gonna have to do this. Yeah, I think I know how to do this. Hmm. Okay. Okay. That's a problem. I don't know if I can get your audio coming on here. I think what I have to do is watch WWE on my iPad. Yeah, I'm gonna watch the fight on my iPad. That's what I gotta do. Yeah, and then I gotta get desktop audio. Okay, that's what I'm gonna do here. All right. All right, Pete, go for it.
Yeah,
Yeah, should be working now. There we go.
it's good. Good.
Yeah.
Yeah. Perfect.
So yeah, we're gonna do the podcast. I guess you can get the podcast started, right? We want to start recording?
Yeah, sure. Let's do it.
Yeah, let's do it.
Testing, testing. 1 2 1 2 1 2. Joe, you there?
Yo, yeah, what's up?
Cool. Your levels are good. Good to see. Peak. I just want to see. Hello, hello. All right. I want to sync up my show. How do you go live on the here? Do you have the two guys talking about Lashley and McIntyre right now?
I don't have Backlash on right now because I gotta switch.
Oh, okay.
I gotta
Yeah.
switch over to my iPad.
Oh, it says live. Good. I'm live then. All right. And I want to give your peak levels here. Hello, hello. All right.
Yo, yo.
Okay, we're almost time for the show.
Hey, what are we doing today, Pete?
We are live casting. Is that what you would call it? Live casting? Well, that's basically what we're doing. We're live streaming. I like the word. Did I just make up a word? Live casting?
What are we doing? We're live streaming.
We're live streaming Backlash, WWE Backlash, in companion to it. So that's
Companion.
up.
Yeah, that's right. It's a companion.
Companion. We're doing a companion episode podcast for our show, which is, of course, Pro Wrestling Explode.
The Xpload. We give you the upload and the download on the Pro Wrestling's Xplode.
Yes. Brought to you, of course, by our team at Jablam Sports. You can go to our website, jablamsports.com, JABLAM sports.com. Click on podcast, click on Pro Wrestling Explode, and you'll see all our episodes. And this is our first live streaming companion episode with the pay-per-view, and this is coming up next, Backlash 2020, WWE's pay-per-view. I'm excited. Are you excited?
Yeah, I'm excited. I haven't watched anything since WrestleMania. WrestleMania was the last thing I watched, so I'm super stoked to be checking it out.
Cool. The intros are going on right now as we speak. And as you know, if you've been listening to me in the last few podcasts, I'm always a couple of weeks behind. And I was about 2 weeks behind. But what I did was I quickly saw the highlights and the last week of Raw and SmackDown. So I'm pretty much up there in terms of back on track. Oh, they're showing the classic matches right now. Here we go.
Yeah, I gotta log into my WWE.com account here.
All right. Backlash, Edge versus Orton. So this is talking about it being the greatest wrestling match ever.
Really? Those are big words.
Yeah, that's how they're promoting it. Right now they're showing the classic matches, the ladder matches of Edge, him and Christian do these big matches, and then Edge with his title championships and off the ladder and everything, and all these big matches that he's had. That's what they're showing right now.
Oh, they're
Classic
showing his
Edge.
dad too.
Yep. So we'll see how this goes, and then obviously they got to start showing some Orton. And of course, that's the shirt I'm wearing right now. If anybody could see, I'm wearing the Rated R Superstar shirt.
Oh, nice. I'm in pepperoni pineapple mode right now. Pineapple dancing for people on the podcast. Next time you can tune in live. Actually, there'll probably be a recording of this, right? That they can watch later. So the whole thing that we're trying to do here is build a companion so that if you're watching live with us, that's awesome. You can turn this on live. But if you're not watching live and you're watching Backlash like a replay or something, you can like queue us up the same time the matches are going, and you'll be able to listen along and watch the show with us, which I think is kind of fun. We'll try it out.
Yeah, for sure. This is going to be pretty intense, pretty exciting. He's always been my favorite wrestler, Edge, so I'm kind of excited that we're doing this, and this is the main event. This is the main event. RKO, Randy Orton, the Rated R Superstar. Edge is back. I'm always excited. I was excited when I got to see him appear at SummerSlam, and he took out, what's his name, with the guitar, Elias. That was fabulous. I was there live. That was exciting.
Oh,
and
nice.
I don't go to that many events, but that was great.
I saw Edge. Wait, which ladder match? So this was in Toronto. I believe it was Unforgiven. And it must have been like 10, 15 years ago. I got to look it up right now.
Yeah.
2006, that's right. And it was TLC match with Edge and John Cena. It was pretty cool. Okay, here we go. We're getting started.
Yep, in the Performance Center, Orlando, Florida, and that's why I'm wearing at least my Tampa Bay cap for the Rays that I got when we were in Tampa a couple years ago, and they're starting it off.
We just heard a bell. We just heard a bell, and so who's coming in here? We got Alexa Bliss and Nikki Cross.
Yes, that's the first match. It's a triple threat. There, as he says it, triple threat match. So we got Bailey and Sasha Banks, who are the current women's champions, they beat Cross and Alexa Bliss for the titles pretty recently. And of course, thrown into this triple threat is my girls, the Iconics. Yes, I'm so glad that they're back, and this is going to be. I don't know. I think I'm going to really like this match. I'm guessing it's the only. Oh well, there's two female matches tonight. This is the first one, but this is like pretty much all the main women are in this.
This is great. Now the Iconics.
Yep.
This is good. So who's the third? Who's the third tag team?
Oh, the current champs are Sasha Banks and Bailey.
Oh, Banks and Bailey.
Yeah.
Oh, this is going to be a really good match.
Yeah. So
this could be really good.
I'm glad the Iconics are back. Of course, they just came back recently, and on I think SmackDown, they had a championship friendship celebration with Bailey and Sasha. And while they were doing it, of course, Bailey's trying to call herself like Dos Belts, just like Becky was, two belts, Becky. So she has Dos Belts. So, anyways, they were celebrating. Bliss and Cross come in, talk to them, and the Iconics appear on the Jumbotron, and they're telling them how they're going to win the titles and that they're the best. And of course, they tell them to turn around, and Alexa and Nikki, give them a bit of a beating there to end that promo.
Right. Okay, so we got a promo now with Bailey. Bailey Dos Straps.
Yep.
So asking about the tag team titles, asking if the friendship is going to be lost. Oh, what's going on?
Those straps, yep.
Sasha Banks has nothing of that. Their friendship's going to maintain if they lose the belts. That's what they're saying. Unstoppable. Their friendship is unstoppable. Let's see. Let's see if it keeps up.
Well, I don't know. The thing is with this, they're doing this back and forth almost throughout their whole careers between their relationship and when they're going to backstab each other. It kind of came to a climax, as you could say, a little while ago, but I don't know. They're pushing this again, and I don't like it. I don't know.
Yeah.
They just got the tag belts again, so I don't know why they would push that in the storyline right now.
Yeah, it's kind of an old played out story too. Are they gonna stay friends? Are they not gonna stay friends? I don't know. And I love Sasha Banks. I think she's fantastic. I've never been a big fan of Bailey.
Mm-hmm.
She's always just been a little boring, not edgy enough. But now she's got like the bob haircut and dark eyeliner and black outfit. So I guess she's
emo look.
She's edgy Bailey now.
Yes,
but it's still not interesting.
Yeah, I don't know. I kind of like Bailey a little bit more now like this because now we're seeing a little bit of depth to her than always, happy Bailey and all the fans love her and then they sing the Bailey song and everything like that. But I don't know. I kind of like that she's being different now and I think she's really developed her character a little bit more now since she's being the heel champion.
Oh, really? Okay. So, what's going on around? So there's glass around the ring.
Yeah, so I noticed this too on this last week on Raw and SmackDown. Good thing you brought it up, Pepperoni. Yeah, so they got other wrestlers, and as you can see, the lower tier wrestlers, maybe from Florida around, that are in the crowd behind the glass that they've installed. So
right.
I don't know if it's more for obviously it should be more for about the pandemic and the isolation and everything keeping them away.
Interesting.
But they're still in kind of groups behind the glass.
Yeah, they're still in groups. It looks like they're in a hockey arena. Okay, this match is starting, so we gotta help people queue it up, I guess, somehow.
Yep. I think you're slightly ahead of me.
Am I slightly ahead of you? Okay,
yeah,
interesting.
Like maybe 5, 6, 7 seconds.
Okay, the bell just went for me. Ding, ding, ding. Yep. So we got first in here. We got Bailey.
Ding, ding, ding for me now. All right, here we go.
All right. I can
Okay.
pause it for a few seconds.
Yeah, sure, if you want. Nikki's
Try again.
getting pumped in the ring.
Yeah.
She's getting really pumped in the ring. The fans are going nuts. See, I wonder if I guess they're all developmental guys that are in the crowd. Wow.
It must be. There's a lot of dudes.
Yeah.
Definitely a sausage party going on in the crowd there.
Well, there's a few females as well, but there's not that many people out there.
I've only
but
seen one woman so far in the crowd. But I guess that might be. Oh, there's 2 women. That might be close to the actual like percentage of male to female wrestlers, I guess.
Yeah. All right. So Nikki was attacking them both, and then now Bailey has tagged in Sasha, and they're against the ropes, and Alexa gives a forearm to Sasha. Oh, now they're all in the ring. And it's just a standoff. Yep. As I say standoff, he says standoff as well. All right. So now in the ring, Alexa, Sasha.
So have the Iconics won the tag team belt before? I think they have, right? Yeah.
Yes, they beat Sasha and Bailey for the titles last year.
Okay.
After that was their first reign, and then the Iconics got it right after them.
Okay.
And I like them, and they carried it really well. The only thing I didn't really like, I love it when they do the Iconics pose, but they weren't doing that really much with the belts. That's what I was like. Well, they keep on doing the Iconics pose, and it's like the discount double check pose, right?
Yeah.
Whereas you think you would be posing with the belts that way, but they weren't really doing it that way. I was like, what? I thought that was kind of the whole thing about it, but I guess not. All right. Ooh, Sasha almost pins. Here we go. Ooh.
Yeah, this is a intense match with the triple tag team here. So yeah, I guess we were talking about the glass. We can get back to the glass. So yeah, around the boards, around the perimeter where they have the it's usually just the like padding in the half wall there that wrestlers often get thrown into to separate the audience. They've got glass going up too, like plexiglass, and it almost looks like a hockey arena. I guess it's to protect the wrestlers in the ring from some COVID stuff, to like make sure they're protected and against it. I think it'll be super interesting to see where this stuff goes eventually. Like, I think wrestling, especially like AEW, WWE, they're one of the few sports, like spectator sports, that have continued to operate during COVID, right? And continue to do shows, right? Because they have such like a regular schedule of live broadcasts, right? So it'll be interesting to see. It feels like they're testing out a lot of things in wrestling, and like I wonder if some of the other sports will start taking some of that, you know? Like
I don't know about that. Maybe UFC, but I don't see any of the other major like 4 sports like baseball, hockey, and basketball having fans, or at least, you know, if they come back for the playoffs for hockey and basketball. And baseball, obviously, they're really trying to push to come back, but they're having a bit of a feud between the players and the owners right now in terms of how much money are they going to get, how short of a season is it going to be if baseball comes back. So, yeah, I don't know. Right now, I don't feel there's going to be any fans for any of the sports. Maybe football. Football, I think NFL might push that. When they come back, they're going to really want fans to come there. Oh, there's a pin chance.
That was close.
Oh, yep, they almost got Bailey and Billy Kay. Billy Kay almost pinned Bailey there. It's close. That was the first real pin chance by them. And now they're both stomping on Nikki in the corner.
Billy Kay and Bailey just stomping on Nikki in the corner. And then Billy Kay just like switches it and goes on Bailey.
Yep.
Billy Kay Bailey. There's the pose. The Iconics are fantastic. They are fantastic. Yes. I would tell you, so far in the modern era of women's wrestling, I think the Iconics are the best tag team.
Oh
They're
yeah.
the most entertaining. From what I've watched, they're the
Oh,
most
nice.
entertaining.
Oh, that was a nice little push shove by Sasha, and that gave.
Iconics clearing house. Sasha Banks knocking her off.
Oh yeah. Wow. Anyways, yeah, as you were saying about the Iconics, I've liked them since day one, and I guess this is kind of they feel to me like when I was young and I was watching a bit of like the Rockers, and they came in as a tag, they came in as entertaining, they came in as very different and very unique, and with their own style and uniqueness. I just loved everything about the Iconics. I know they're maybe not up there in terms of par, in terms of wrestling techniques, but
Yeah.
I love to listen to them. I am entertained every time I see them. Even in the ring with their moves, I'm still entertained that way. But when they're talking and their promos, they're excellent.
But like Billie Kay's just selling. She's selling hard. She's a master salesman right now. Like she's doing great.
Oh yeah, I love her and I love Peyton Royce. They're both great.
So
All right.
Iconics are from Australia, right?
That is right. They
Yeah.
are, as you would say. Wait, no, wait. New Zealanders are Kiwis, right?
They're Kiwis. Oh, I apologize. I apologize to all
Yeah.
Kiwis out there.
No, it's all
Yeah.
right. No, I'm not. No. I think they are Australian. They're from down under.
They're
But
from
I
down
was just,
under. Okay.
yeah. I keep on mixing it up. Sorry, fans. Oh, now freaking Bliss is going nuts and
From
haywire with the
Sydney,
forearm.
Australia. Iconics are from Sydney, Australia. So they're not Kiwis. They're Aussies.
Yeah.
All right.
Yes. See, I'm not cultured enough. I don't know.
Yeah,
I
well,
don't
we're on
know.
the other side. We're on the opposite corner of the world, right?
Yeah.
We have
Oh,
we have no excuse, but we'll make excuses.
yes. Man, Bliss is really going at it right now. She's attacking everybody. Firecracker. Woo. Nice tag. Sasha's in for Bailey. Oh, nice.
Oh, they're all outside the ring now.
Nice smash. That was a great move there.
Peter, what did you
But
just see? I'm trying to make sure our
I
timing is
think
queued
you're
up.
2 seconds in front of me. Yeah.
2
So that was
seconds still.
Peyton Royce just did a full body splash on everybody outside the ring. Two of them were on the apron. I think that was Sasha and Alexa. And wow, now the Iconics are really a nice knee to the head from Peyton Royce on Bailey there.
Nice.
Sasha's getting taken down. Here's the maneuver. Oh, the Iconics, no. They had a chance there, but they almost pulled it off to get the win. That's like their new finisher. Their double team finisher that
They do a double team finisher. What?
Yeah.
How does it work? I guess hopefully we'll see it later.
Well, no, they just kind of did it. Oh, there it is.
So that was a double team. Alexa Bliss and Nikki Cross there just double teamed.
Yeah, that's kind of the
Cross and Bang. No, Cross and Bliss. I don't know what their tag team name is.
That was a bit of the Legion of Doom finisher that they like to do.
Yeah.
Oh, there it is. Twisted Bliss off the top rope.
Twisted Bliss, but Sasha Banks interrupts.
Up and that's it.
1, 2, 3. Wow. They retain.
Just pulled it off. And it was such amazing setup because Bliss and Cross did their double team maneuver, which is basically the move that what's called Legion of Doom used to do.
The Legion of Doom. Yeah.
Yeah, Doom, the Doom Crasher.
Yeah.
And then she did Twisted Bliss off the top rope right after, and Sasha came in, pushed her out of the ring, and finished off the match for the 1, 2, 3 pull up.
Wow, still the champion. And Sasha, as soon as she won, Sasha ran out, grabbed all the gold for herself, and like grabbed it in her clutches. That was really awesome to see. Bliss is fantastic. Alexa Bliss is amazing though. She's great. She's always been like an incredible heel. I love it when she goes heel. It's just so much fun to watch. But yeah, this was a pretty good closing here. What do you think of this match, Pete? What do you give it out of what are we rating out of 5 out of 10?
I'm gonna give it an 8. I thought it was a very, very good match. I think they had a lot of good components in terms of the big hits, A lot of different storylines coming in. I'm not a huge fan of that they're still pushing this Sasha and Bailey storyline, and that they might hate each other. That's been going on for a little bit too long. But as you were saying okay, first off, you tell me what you liked about the match and your ranking for it.
I would give it. I thought they did really well from what I saw. I thought there was good cycling. There was good focus on the ring. Yeah, it feels like an 8. Like the women are killing it. Mm-hmm. We do have Braun Strowman driving up in, what is that? Like a 1980s Buick LeSabre or something?
I'm not great with cars. Now you
Jeez,
putting this up.
It's a Buick. It is a Buick. I'll give you that.
It is Buick. You're correct.
It's got to be like a souped-up Buick LeSabre Braun Strowman just showed up in. That's probably really like nice. The only sedan that could carry his weight.
So I'm not hyped up for his match really. His match is going to come up later, and it's going to be a 2-on-1 handicap match. Miz and Morrison versus Braun. And then the storyline between him and Otis is kind of weird because he's becoming a little bit more face because Otis now, because he won the Money in the Bank briefcase, they've kind of been on the same side. And then Miz and Morrison have been attacking Otis, saying he's not worth having the Money in the Bank briefcase.
Right.
So we'll see how that goes. But going back to
the women's match,
women's match, I don't know, like you were saying that you really liked Alexa Bliss as heel, but she's pretty much been face since Nikki's been there. And now that they're doing their tag, they're a bit of the bit of a face tag team. I like it. It's different. It gives a chance for Alexa to be that face for a while. So we'll see how it goes.
Yeah, I thought it was a great match. The women are like, so what we do is I'm trying to be the AEW specialist expert. Mm-hmm. Peter's going to try to be the WWE expert. We're going to watch the pay-per-views together. So I've really only been watching WWE pay-per-views. And from what I've seen, the women have just been killing it. Like all the women's matches, they've been outperforming the men for like the last year. And so that was a great way to start the show, I think.
Yeah, I think I was telling you about before. I'm not a big fan of both Bailey and Sasha, but during this pandemic and isolation with everybody, I think they've been knocking it out of the park. I've really liked how they've been promoting and how they've been doing their in-ring matches and really like chirping the opponents and getting in each other's faces and talking about what they're going to be doing. You can hear everything, and which you don't really get when the fans are in the crowd.
Right. Yeah, totally.
So I really like that component. They've done really well, and I think they've come to the forefront, especially in the last 3 months.
So what do we got coming up here? Looks like they're setting up another match.
Yeah, I don't like this haircut from what's his name?
Jeff Hardy. We got Jeff Hardy.
Oh yeah, Jeff Hardy's coming up next. So this is basically they're promoting it right now.
Yeah, what's the background here? So is that Elias that got hit?
Yeah.
Somebody with a beard. Elias got hit by a car or something?
Yeah, they're trying to say it was Jeff Hardy, and he's an alcoholic, and he's
right. So somebody staged. So it looks like somebody staged a car crash.
Yeah.
With Jeff Hardy and put liquor in there, trying to say because he's been sober for years, right?
Yeah. But that's the storyline that they're pushing. That he hit Elias with the car, and then Sheamus now has come in there, and he's saying, "Oh, now they're doing the years of."
They're showing the mugshots of his DUIs.
Yep, him with his daughters, trying to be there for his daughters, even though he's had too many issues and problems in the years past.
So somebody set him up, is what he's saying. It claims he's kind of saying that there's a witness who saw him fleeing the scene, and the witness had red hair and a beard. So apparently, Sheamus set him up. Is what's going on here?
Yeah, and he's like. And he calls him just a junkie.
Just a junkie.
Just a junkie. Great. I love Sheamus. I don't know, man. I love Sheamus.
Sheamus is great. Sheamus works really hard.
Yeah. He actually tweeted me a couple times. I was happy because in where I'm where I work at Yonge and Dundas downtown Toronto, and they do a lot of promos and crazy advertising. It's like Times Square down there. And I remember when Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles came out, and of course, Sheamus was Bebop. So I saw
Right.
Bebop up there with Rocksteady in this, and then I took a picture. I sent it to Sheamus. I'm like, "Oh, it's great to see your picture. You look horrible." And Sheamus replied, he's like, "Yeah, yeah, that's right." So it's pretty funny. And yeah, I've always liked Sheamus. So this is good. This is actually I wasn't too much hyped about this fight. It came out of nowhere, and they built it up really fast in like 3 weeks.
Oh,
And here it
really?
is. This is what happened on SmackDown on Friday.
So they had a contract signing, it looks like.
Mhm. But he said if he won't fight him unless he does a drug test.
Oh, he wants Hardy to do a drug test, or he's not
Yes.
going to fight him.
Yeah.
And what does Jeff Hardy say?
He's
Does
like,
he say
whatever,
yes?
man. I've had it up to here, basically.
Right.
I'll do what you want.
Right.
Yeah. So then he goes in this, and he's like technically taking a live pee hearing. And I like how Sheamus is getting in the camera and talking about what's going on during the peeing.
Yeah.
And then, okay, so then he goes to do the test right here. And he's like, "Do you have anything to say?" But then he grabs the bottle, puts it behind his back as he's talking to Sheamus, and then, of course,
Oh, is he gonna do it? Oh, and he throws it in his face. Oh, that's fantastic.
but the whole time, I was expecting when Sheamus was talking, like, this is great. The reaction here, he sells it really well. The pee in the face, the fake pee, it's got to be.
Yeah.
If it was real, that'd be insane. But anyways, I really, really thought he was gonna bro kick him as he was doing the test. That's what I thought was gonna
Right.
happen. I
Right.
thought, oh, he's totally gonna bro kick him while doing the test. The
That's
pee's
great.
gonna go like over his pants.
Yeah.
But the other way, and then he brought it behind his back and he threw it in his face. Oh, the match is happening next.
Match happened.
Let's
Here's
see.
Jeff Hardy. Pete, we have a little bit of technical issues coming out of your microphone. I hear clicking and stuff like that every once in a while.
Okay.
Apologies to people at home for that, but just let's make sure your mic is set up on the Skype there.
Hello, hello. I think it's going well over here.
Okay, cool.
Okay. Skype. Where's my Skype?
This is the first time we're doing this, but it's working out okay so far.
Yeah, I think I'm all right here. Maybe,
okay, cool.
Maybe you got some clicking.
Yeah, every once in a while I heard we heard a bit of clicking and stuff like that, but it's all good. We'll keep going. Podcast should be great.
Okay, where am I here? All right, Hardy's getting ready. He's got his classic face mask on, and the Celtic Warriors coming into the ring next.
Nice. Yeah, so Sheamus has been in this a while now.
Yeah.
I remember when he was introduced back in the day, he got pushed like hard. When he joined, right? Like he won the belt like in his first year or something like that.
I really think Triple H really liked him, and he felt like he could be the next Triple H.
Right.
So then he was pushed into the big main events all the time. He won a couple of championship titles. And then they didn't know what to do with him too much. But I liked how he started teaming up with Cesaro and being that heel tag team for a couple of years there. And it was really good. I really enjoyed them together. I really think Cesaro, again, I mentioned before, I want him to get like main event card championships, title chances and everything like that.
Yeah.
But so then Sheamus stepped away for a bit, half a year, and now he's back and he's super heel. So by himself, super heel. He's had some small rivalries, but here's one in the forefront with him and Hardy. Ding, ding, ding.
Yep. Bell's going. I think you and I are in sync now too.
Perfect. Hardy's clapping.
We got the clappus, and here we go. So Hardy's wearing this like super creepy makeup. He only does this for like pay-per-views, right? For special fights.
I think he'll still put on the makeup sometimes, even for his weekly matches as well on the regular shows as well. I don't
Okay.
know. It comes and goes really, but
Well,
he's
half
got.
of it's already gone now.
Oh yeah.
Because Sheamus just rubbed his armpit in his face. Jeez, that's gotta stink.
Oh yeah. So he's going full big hair, big beard now again, Sheamus, and I like it. I think a lot of fans didn't like the crazy mohawk that he had, or the weird beard that he had with the kind of like the turned up beard, and this is
Oh
just a
yeah.
big, more full grown beard, and he's kind of trimmed the middle part of where the goatee kind of would be. So it's pretty interesting. I like it.
Yeah, he's looking good. Now he's ripping off Jeff Hardy's fishnets.
Yep.
So a lot of us have been waiting for Jeff Hardy to show up on AEW. I know
Hmm.
there's a WWE show, but the worlds have collided, because that's just how they do. And
Yep.
so Matt Hardy's been in AEW for a couple of months, a month or two, and there's been a lot of rumors that maybe Jeff Hardy will be joining him. Um, that's kind of what a lot of the rumors out there have been saying. So, but they seem to be putting in some primetime matches. Well, I guess you have Jeff Hardy on contract. You got to use him. You know.
Yeah, yeah. Well, we talked about this last time. I enjoyed the match between Hardy and Cesaro, which is funny. It was funny him versus Cesaro in the pre-match for the Money in the Bank pay-per-view, and now
Right.
he's on the main card here versus Sheamus in this little rivalry. So maybe they're pushing Hardy even further and further up. So we'll see what happens in the next, you know, after this match in the next couple of weeks.
Yeah. So what I found here is that Jeff Hardy's contract was actually supposed to expire on March 1st. So that's why they had the AEW rumors. But because of a knee injury, he missed a bunch of time.
Yeah.
So they extended his contract. They extended his contract from March 1st based on that knee injury. So I don't know how long he was out with the knee injury. Pretty much, I think a lot of the way these contracts work is that, like, if you get an injury close to during the contract, WWE can get you to, like, extend your contract and can do whatever they want with you for the next X time while you are incapable of working.
Mm.
So I think Jeff Hardy has, I don't know, it depends how long he was out with that knee. Like, if he was out with that knee injury for 6 months, like, it could be another 6 months before he's released and before we'd even see him in AEW.
Hmm. So you're really thinking he's going to AWA? I don't know. We'll see. Like I said before, they were really pushing his 24/7 like mini DVD pay-per-view show about Jeff Hardy and his return and what he's been through, his trials and tribulations, and dealing with alcohol abuse and maybe some drugs. And now that been getting big matches. So like he had that rivalry with Cesaro, they had the pre-match, and then on
Right.
the last pay-per-view, and now that he has a big match here on Backlash for this pay-per-view. So I don't know, like we'll see what
Yeah.
happens.
Yeah, I guess maybe you're right. Like, so there's another rumor I see from April 12th here. It says WWE plans to push Jeff Hardy to keep him away from AEW.
Hmm.
So maybe they've made some promises to him. Maybe they said we'd put you in some main card matches and we'll get you to work and we'll put you in some good matches. And that's why he's sticking around. That could be what's going on here.
Ooh,
Um,
man,
wow.
Sheamus just tossed him right into the corner, and oh man, that looked like it could have hurt. It got him in the inner thigh. He's clutching his knee right now, but it's a pretty good sell job, I'd say. He threw him pretty high into that ring post. Ooh, it sounded good. Sounds great. I don't
Yeah.
know what they've done to make it pop like that, but I really like that sound.
Well, like the crowd isn't drowning out the sounds anymore, which is huge, right?
Hmm.
Um, that's just that right there is huge. It's actually been really interesting to watch wrestling in this new era, because just the how creative they've been in terms of being able to keep everything going, um, the way they're telling stories, like you can hear so much more in the rings when they talk. You can hear when they talk. You can hear what they're saying to each other. You can hear what the referees are saying. It's like it's a very different kind of experience. And like the first time, I'll admit, I didn't enjoy it very much. It was really awkward, and it was really like this surreal. I felt very surreal. Like I didn't know what I was looking at. It just felt really uncomfortable. But they've really refined it over the months.
Yeah, I that feeling when it changed, like almost like basically overnight, so dramatic.
Yeah.
And then at that point too, WWE was putting half of the shows like recap stuff and old pay-per-views, and they're trying to fill in time, and then they'll have a match, 1 or 2 matches during the whole night, which just seemed weird. And it was so empty, and the wrestlers, you could see they weren't comfortable with it. Now they are.
Right. Yeah, and they're starting to make it feel more like a traditional wrestling match with the glass, and they have some fans there who've all been tested and made sure they're not carrying the virus and things like that. Big, like huge backbreaker from Sheamus on Jeff Hardy there. That replay was nasty. Like you were saying how Jeff Hardy was selling really well, but I don't know how much Jeff Hardy sells. Like,
you think he's really in pain?
I feel like he just actually is putting himself in a lot of pain. Is more what he's doing.
Yeah. Oh, nice knee.
Big knee
from Sheamus. Yep, Hardy is still in this match. He's taking the abuse, hit after hit after hit from Sheamus. Sheamus in the forefront, controlling this match almost since the get-go.
Yeah. Hardy's been doing what he does best: take big bumps. Now Sheamus is yelling at Corey Graves.
Yep.
Sheamus can hear what Michael Cole's saying and is just yelling at him, ripping into him.
See, that I like. I like that. I like that they're doing that a little bit more now, because we are, in this isolation period era right now, and he's bringing in the commentators. He's chirping at the commentators in the middle of the match. It's good. I like it.
Great. Really good stuff.
They're trying to pump up Hardy, the fans. Whereas I'm pretty sure like a lot of these fans are like the developmental wrestlers, and they're trying to pump up Hardy and get on his side too right now.
I'm checking out what people are saying on Twitter while we're watching here too. I'm following the WWE #WWE Backlash on Twitter here. Just kind of seeing what people are saying.
You can hashtag us, hashtag Jablam Sports, JABLAM Sports, or hashtag Xpload, XPLOAD.
The Xpload. We give you the upload. We do the upload. You get the download on the Xpload of the pro wrestling. How we do.
Sheamus is on the top rope. What's he going to do? He misses
Sheamus on the top rope. He picked up some tricks when he was out.
I think while he was with Cesaro, too, he started going a little bit more on the top rope. Oh, Hardy 1, 2.
Hardy covering up.
Nope, he's out. Referee tells him it's only a 2. Sheamus is up to his feet first, then Hardy. They're going back and forth. Fist after fist. Hardy off the ropes, throws him. Reversal from Sheamus. And Sheamus goes down. Atomic drop. Hardy. Double knees to the groin. Double legs. Oh, yeah.
Oh, wow, yeah. Trying to cover him up now.
No. Hardy almost. Hardy's on the. He's got the pressure going now, though. Another cover. He's trying. He's cover after cover after cover right now from Hardy. He's trying to finish Sheamus off, but he can't. He looks dead tired. That face paint, it looks like it's in his eyes. The face paint is nowhere else but in his eyes.
Yeah, it's all in his eyes. And like he's squinting, like keeping his eyes closed because probably it's covered in damn face paint. Sheamus covering up.
Oh, that was close.
2 count. So WWE Backlash is #1 trending on Twitter right now,
Nice.
which is kind of
It's the
cool.
bro kick. Sheamus missed the bro kick, and Hardy slingshot takes him down. He's crawling. He's gonna go up to the top. It looks like. Yeah, the mask, his face paint is basically all gone except for going into his eyes. I don't know if he's in pain from the hits or he's cringing from the in his eyes.
So who do you think is going to take this match, Pete? We've got Jeff Hardy going to the top rope right now. Do you think this is his moment? He's going to win it?
You know what? I think they've been pushing him a lot, but I feel that now Sheamus is going to win.
Really?
I was thinking before that Sheamus is going to win. I don't know. I'm on the fence. I'm really 50-50. And they've been pushing Hardy more and more, but Sheamus, since he's come back, I feel that they're going to try to push him into like a title match, and I think that he might win this. So I'm on slight edge for Sheamus winning this. What about you, Joe?
I don't know. So I was asking because I'm looking at Twitter right now, and people are showing the logo for the next pay-per-view, which is set for July 19th. Extreme Rules. We have Jeff Hardy to the top rope. Oh,
he pulls down the rope. Sheamus pulls
the ropes and chops his feet out from under Jeff Hardy. So the logo of Extreme Rules is like bright yellow, green, and purple. No.
He kicks out.
Oh.
Celtic, the cross from
Celtic Warrior.
From yeah.
Celtic cross. Right.
There it is. And he pulls out of it. He gets him with the Celtic cross, and he pulls out of it. 1, 2, 3. Sheamus is looking a little shocked, but I think he's still focused in terms of trying to win this match. He's giving Hardy the eyes there. He gets up. He's going to see what he can do. Fans are trying to cheer on Hardy to get back up, but Sheamus is still in control here. Hardy's stumbling. What were you saying?
Yeah, so the logo for Extreme Rules is like the Jeff Hardy classic colors. It's the purple with the bright yellow green. And a lot of people on Twitter right now are saying there's no way you make a logo like that for a pay-per-view without some sort of plan to have Jeff Hardy a part of it. So
well, either way, that still could mean Sheamus wins this match and they build upon this feud and Hardy faces a rematch with Sheamus. Or you think Hardy could win this? And then, but it's so weird if you pushing Hardy really to a big match in a main event, he should be fighting for a title then.
Unless one of them gets a title in the next month.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting.
But it seems like the feud is building in a way that's pretty meaningful. The way Sheamus went after Jeff Hardy's family, like this is a pretty meaningful story and a pretty meaningful feud. I doubt that they'll do this like 3 weeks, do the pay-per-view, storyline done. Like there's going to be something here that's going to continue this feud or another feud, or develop in some way. Yeah. Jeff Hardy and Sheamus are both on SmackDown?
Yeah, I believe so.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because I was wondering if Seth Rollins could get involved.
No, Rollins is busy with hating on Rey Mysterio and Aleister Black right now. So we'll talk a little bit more about that in a bit. Sheamus is really sweating here. He is. I think he's lost. Like he looks like Doug Gilmour versus in the '93 playoffs. He's just burning the calories right now. He is sweating profusely. Yeah, I'll make random hockey comments, just like during their hockey podcast. I'll make random wrestling comments. I go back and forth, that's for sure. Oh, Sheamus is chirping Hardy. He's going, "I'm gonna help you with those demons."
Get those demons out of you, and he's pounding on his chest.
Yeah. Come on, Jeff. He's pounding on his chest.
Come on, Jeff. How about that?
Oh man, this is good. I like this. Hardy's beat up, totally beat up. He's pulling him to the middle of the ring. Oh, he's going to the other corner now. Okay, so we're getting close to it. What's gonna happen here? What do you think? Oh, he's gonna throw him over his shoulder.
Yeah,
he's gonna try the Celtic cross. I thought he was going to try to do Celtic cross.
Oh, he's trying to grab him off for the Celtic cross. Yep. That's right. Jeff Hardy holds onto the ropes and then throws Sheamus right into the ropes.
Is it over?
Twist of fate?
Yep. He's going to the top rope. Hardy's going to the top rope after a twist of fate.
Crowd's going nuts. Is he
going to pull it off? Is he going to pull it off? Oh, he does.
There we go.
Is it over? I think
he's going to do it. 2.
No!
Oh, he's got his foot on the rope. Sheamus put his foot on the rope.
Goodness. Yep.
Oh, my God. This is a great match.
That was good. That was really good. I liked it. Swanton Bomb off the top rope after the Twisted Fate in the ring. 2 big moves, and Sheamus just gets his foot on the rope, and Hardy thought he won the match. He was questioning it. Oh, now he's going off the boards. Oh, and he went right into a brogue kick.
Wow, right outside the ring, brogue kick.
That was good. The usual Hardy run on the from the outside running around, but he goes right into a brogue kick. Is he going to do another brogue kick right now here to finish him off?
I had to look it up because I'm like, how big was that foot that just went into Jeff Hardy's face? Sheamus covering up.
Yes.
1, 2, 3. Sheamus takes the win.
Yep.
Wow.
Brogue kick.
Wow. So I was like, oh, brogue kick right to the face. Sheamus must have some darn big feet. And so I looked it up. Sheamus only has a size 10 shoe.
Really? That's
size 10.
That's smaller than mine.
He's 6'4", 297 pounds, 50-inch chest, 36-inch waist, 18-inch biceps, and a size 10.
But he is much smaller. I was thinking about this earlier, even during the last few weeks. He is smaller than he used to be. So I know players, fans, and everybody. We've talked about certain wrestlers maybe doing some kind of supplemental drugs, maybe a steroid or something. But I think if anything, Sheamus is not taking that kind of stuff for sure, especially now in the last year or so, because he does look a little bit smaller than he did before.
That's weird. Size 10. I don't know if what site is it? CelebrityInside.com. I don't know. I question your facts, Celebrity Inside. There's no way a 6'4" man who's 300 pounds could carry his weight on size 10 US shoe. That I don't know. Somebody fact check this for me because this doesn't make any sense. No, another website is saying size 11. Anyway, the size of his shoe doesn't matter. The brogue kick to the face of Jeff Hardy. And Jeff Hardy, what does that mean? Jeff Hardy's an alcoholic again because he got kicked in the face?
Oh my goodness! If they spin it and have a storyline like that,
Jeez.
Would be extreme. Like he goes back to drinking or something, and then he's treating his family poorly. Wow, that would really be taking it to another level. Oh my goodness! But it doesn't matter the size of the boot of the man; it's the size of the heart. And that's pretty much what Sheamus showed you there.
That doesn't matter the size of the shoe; it matters the color of the beard. Oh, what's this? There's a new WWE game.
Yeah, have you seen this?
WWE Battlegrounds.
It's this new arcade-ish game that they made. So it looks like they're not making the usual WWE 2K game that they usually make every year.
Yeah, because they suck.
They suck. I
know
they're
the worst. Don't get me started on them.
We were tweeting about how AEW is going to be making probably a new game and using that No Mercy.
The No Mercy engine, yeah, supposedly.
Yeah, engine. So we'll see. Oh, now they're doing a promo.
Yeah, we'll talk about video games more. No, so we got John Morrison and The Miz, who are like, if you could find a perfect pair in wrestling to put together that had never actually been tag team before, or were they tag team before?
Well, this is a round 2 of Miz and Morrison. They were a tag team years ago when Morrison was there, and then Morrison left for many years, or a couple years at least, and he's back. And Miz was face, but then turned heel when Morrison came.
Right.
So now they're a heel tag. They were champs for a bit. Morrison won. Morrison won by himself at WrestleMania because they did the whole, isolation and they didn't have the tags together. But he won the tag by himself against
Oh.
New Day
Who won the
and
tag by themselves?
Morrison.
Morrison won the tag team belts from the New Day all by himself.
Well, it was a triple threat. I believe it was the New Day. I think it was Big E or Kofi, and it was also I think it was the Usos. So one of the Usos, Jimmy or Jay, and Morrison won that match. So they were tag champs for a little while. And again, sorry, just to go back to the pay-per-view right there.
Yeah.
They've been chirping. Miz has really been in Otis's face since he won Money in the Bank. He's saying he doesn't deserve it. He's not that type of guy. You're just wasting the Money in the Bank briefcase. And then they were getting ready for their match, and Otis came and just gave them a little bit of his 2 cents. So we'll see what happens. But I don't know. I guess they're building something between them to happen, even though this match tonight, later on, will be Strowman versus Miz and Morrison handicap match for the title.
Right.
And then Otis has been playing it off with, of course, Mandy and his buddy Tucker, for the heavy machinery. That maybe he's going to use the briefcase. Maybe he's going to use it tonight. Maybe he doesn't win, or even if Strowman does win, he'll be beat up pretty bad from 2 guys that he could come back and use the briefcase.
Right.
Well, here now they're promoting the women's match.
So, yeah, now the women's match, we got Asuka versus
Nia Jax.
So this is for the title. So the last pay-per-view I watched was Money in the Bank. And all I know from the pay-per-view is Asuka won Money in the Bank.
Yep.
And then Becky Lynch announces she's pregnant.
Yes. And
right?
I called it. I was right because they said she was going to have a big announcement. There was a bit of rumors that Becky was pregnant. And this is what happened. Becky opened up the briefcase and said that you won the briefcase, but you really actually automatically won the title. And in doing so, I have to leave because I have to go and be a mother.
So Becky Lynch relinquished her title to the Money in the Bank winner, Asuka. So Asuka is now the champion.
Yeah.
And
Nia's back. She just came back for the Money in the Bank pay-per-view. And now she has a feud going on with Asuka.
So this was immediately after, during Asuka's championship celebration, I guess.
No. This is the next week after.
The week after, but what were the balloons? There was balloons in the promo they were just showing.
She was celebrating being champion now.
Yeah, I was just saying Asuka was celebrating being champion, even though she didn't beat anybody for it.
Yeah. Because she was heel. She was heel.
Right.
And then I think they decided to make her face because she was given the briefcase and basically the championship from Becky. And Becky is saying she's deserving to be a champion. She's been champion before. So she basically overnight became face again. And in doing so, the following week, they're celebrating her and her partner, celebrating it, having her being the champion. And then Nia, who just came back, is now heel again. And she was basically face before she left.
She was. Yeah, I love Nia as a heel, though, man. She's great. The irresistible force. She's coming down to the ring right now.
Yep. Their match is next. And I've always liked Nia. I like her moves in the ring. I like her personality.
Right.
Yep. She's beautiful.
The irresistible force, Nia Jax.
That stare, though.
Yeah.
Wow.
She used to be a model, actually.
She can kill you and make you fall in love with her with that stare. She's great.
Killer combination.
Yep. Here we go. Now Asuka's coming. So the weird thing is Asuka started doing the paint on her face when she became heel.
Right.
But I'm guessing she's keeping it now, even though she's face.
Yeah. So when did she turn babyface? When did that turn come? Because I thought she was heel.
She was heel until Becky gave her the briefcase.
So as soon as Becky gave her the briefcase, she was like, she's now babyface?
I'm guessing she's face again. Yeah.
It's hard to know right now in these days of COVID, like who's babyface and who's heel, because I don't hear cheers and boos, but I guess you do hear cheers. I guess they're giving instructions to the people who are paid to be in the crowd right now to cheer for her, so that means she's a babyface. That's how we know.
Well, I'm guessing maybe she's a tweener right now, but
Right.
she's got the face paint again, the drip, the evil. I call it the evil green crying, and yeah, so she still has that, which is weird because you gotta, maybe there's ways to separate her being heel and face, and I think that's an easy way to do it, right? Not
Right.
have the face paint when she's face, and have the face paint, and especially it is kind of scary looking. It is green. It's a bit of demonic, and
Right.
making that heel, but no, she's keeping it, so that's interesting.
So this should be an interesting match. Have we seen Asuka and Nia Jax before? I don't think we've seen them
No,
one-on-one before, have we?
no, no, that's for sure. We have not. I believe Nia recently had matches with Asuka's partner to build up the feud, and Asuka starts with the kicks. Oh, ooh,
Writing's not that easy.
all right. Oh, Asuka gets right into a clutch and tries to get her into a sleeper early. She's got the pressure on her early, which is
Yeah.
weird. You would think the stronger competitor would take the early initiative and pressure. Okay, well now she's giving her a forearm and throwing her in the corner.
So we did see them fight before.
Mm-hmm.
On March 5th, 2018, Asuka versus Nia Jax on Raw,
Wow.
because there was a rematch from the Elimination Chamber. So it was just a Raw match. It wasn't a pay-per-view match like this.
Yeah. They didn't build it up. Yeah.
Yeah, it was kind of just like a rematch from what happened in the Elimination Chamber the night before. But I believe the result of that was Nia Jax actually tapped out to an armbar by Asuka. That was about 2 years ago. Nia Jax had tapped out to an armbar by Asuka on Raw. I don't think we've seen them one-on-one since. It'll be interesting to see what happens here.
It's funny that you mentioned the armbar and everything, and Asuka just had her in a hold, holding her arm,
Right.
and trying to get her to tap out, but Nia kicks out. Her arm is bothering her now. She's trying to relieve some of the pressure, and she gets her with the arm again. So Asuka's really going after the arm, and maybe that's pretty cool that she's bringing up the exact same way she defeated her last time,
Right.
2.5 years ago, or 2008.
2018. Sorry,
Oh,
2018.
Sorry, yeah, okay, cool. You confused me there for a second. I'm like, wow, they were here wrestling 12 years ago?
12 years ago.
You know. All right. So now she gives her a forearm again and tosses her in the corner. Splash in the corner. Nia in control right now.
Ooh, Nia like throws her through 3/4 of the ring. Just throws Asuka across.
Picks her up. Tosses her. She's tossing her easily. It's like just like a couple of potatoes for her. Not even
Nia's powerful, man. That woman's powerful. So she is 6 feet tall, super strong. She's actually from San Diego. Hey, look at that. I didn't know that.
Nice. That's cool.
Yeah, she's from San Diego. Apparently born in Sydney, Australia, raised in Honolulu, Hawaii. And she's related to Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson.
Yep. That is correct.
Oh, because her father is a first cousin of Peter Maivia.
Wow.
So, yeah, she's just the... so Peter Maivia is The Rock's grandfather. So she's like a second or third cousin to The Rock.
Then there's Rocky Maivia. Yep.
Yeah, I didn't know this. Yeah. Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson was Rocky Maivia.
Yeah.
Yeah, it looks like she's related. I didn't know that. So she lived in San Diego and attended Carlsbad High School. Attended Palomar College in San Marcos. I live in San Diego, so that's why this is exciting for me in case anybody knows. That's why I have a pineapple. This is me on the beach in San Diego in Carlsbad just spinning.
All right. Now Nia has her in a hold. So Nia has been using a hold recently, which she never really did before earlier in her career. She's kind of developed a new thing with uh, getting people to tap out, and I believe she made her partner tap out. So that's
Oh,
pretty cool.
really?
She's become a little bit more versatile
A
and
little bit more
getting
versatile, a little more technical, picking up some tricks. She's
yeah.
not just a powerhouse. She's also got some technical wrestling ability.
And now Asuka puts her in a hold. Eh, she's got her head in a hold, and Nia with the
Oh,
power lifts her up.
wow.
Smash.
Power slam. Jackhammer. She had her up vertical and then slams her down
And
for a
she
jackhammer.
almost got her. 1, 2, and almost a 3. Nia is shocked. She can't believe it. Asuka's like, she looks like she's beaten up almost as bad as Hardy was. Holding her head. And Nia slaps her in the face once, twice. Using one of the fans.
You suck, Nia. I heard that too. That's great. I love that you can just hear it like that. The one thing we're missing, the one thing we're missing from COVID though, is the random element of the fans. You know, like, we end up having, like, especially when they go to places like Toronto, Detroit. Who else does it? New York City, I think, does it a lot. They just like totally flip things, right? Like Toronto, it's like Bizarro World sometimes.
Yeah.
When you're watching a pay-per-view or a show, they call it Bizarro World because it's like people are cheering for the heels and booing the baby faces. This was especially during the time of John Cena, right? Like people in Toronto were just like disgusted with John Cena. And so like every time he was on there, he would be booed. The match that I saw, the Unforgiven, it was a ladder match, Edge versus John Cena. Edge was super heel. John Cena was super babyface. But they show up in Toronto and it's the exact opposite. The crowd is just going nuts for Edge and just booing John Cena so hard, right? And so I love like the smaller crowd and I love hearing the things. I love that, but I miss the capacity crowd of 50,000 people booing something that the corporation is doing. Wow, power
slam.
Power.
Yep. No, I'm surprised. She kicks out of that power bomb.
It was a really close 3 count. Asuka just kicked out.
Yeah, I remember when was it The Rock versus Hulk Hogan in Toronto that one year?
Yep.
And WWE was trying to push Hulk because just to come back and have a big match with like the big guy who right now at that point was The Rock. And of course, everybody loved Hulk growing up. And that was supposed to be such a big match. But then in Toronto, everybody was going for The Rock. And The Rock kind of didn't know what to do. And he's like, all right, let's just do this. And then, so that was a crazy twist and the big match there. And the reaction of both of them, too, at the end of the match was very different and very unique because of how the fans were reacting with them.
Yeah, it's great. Yeah, and so that's what I miss. I think, like, this new world is really interesting with the mics and stuff like that. Post-pandemic world, I don't know what post-pandemic pro wrestling. Post-pandemic pro wrestling. Say that 10 times fast. Ice Cube in your mouth.
I can't do that. So I don't know what happened there, but it looked like Asuka was going to try to do a hold on the top rope. It didn't work, so I don't know.
Armbar. There's the armbar.
Yeah, I think she's going to try to do the armbar there. But I think they slightly botched the move that they were going to try to do an armbar off the ropes at the top.
It could have. It looked like.
Yeah, and then they slipped and they fell, and then she got her in an armbar outside the ring. Oh, now Nia lifts her up. She's holding her. Oh, see, that was
Nia
weird
jumps
again.
off. Woo! Roundhouse to the face. What?
Yeah.
Asuka tries to get in. Double count out?
Yep.
Asuka wins. Still Raw Women's Champion. That was weird.
Yeah, that was.
The crowd is like befuddled. the crowd is silent and befuddled. Like the crowd that is paid to be there is befuddled and confused and not sure what's happening.
I'm
So
totally like befuddled. I
what
don't
the
know.
heck just happened?
I don't know. I don't like that ending. I guess they're gonna build on the storyline. I don't like the feud between them really. I think it seems a little forced, and that just pushes the storyline to it, in my opinion, to keep it going. And I don't know. I don't like it that much. I don't like the ending of the match, and I don't like the storyline as much either. Like all the different storylines coming together in the previous matches, and even the other women's match, the tag team match. There's so many good, unique storylines. This one I didn't like.
No, that
I
was
don't know.
a hot garbage ending. I
Yeah.
was actually looking forward to seeing something there, and like they must have botched something, but I don't know
Yeah.
why he would call them out if they botched something. Like, was that the planned ending? Was that not the planned ending? Like, it looked like maybe that ending wasn't planned because, like, even the crowd, who I said was paid to be there, like,
Mhm.
they were like, "What? What just happened?" You know, like they weren't reacting to it. They were confused. And I'm confused. So double count out, Asuka, Nia Jax, and so I guess we're moving on.
Yeah. So
Who's
now
this?
MVP is back.
Oh, that's
that is
MVP.
yeah, he's getting old.
Dude got
He's
old.
getting old. Yeah.
I guess
He's
we all
got
got old.
he got some extra wrinkles. And now there's Lana. So we haven't
Anna.
seen as much of Lana lately. Let's listen to what they say. I want to hear.
She's talking about Bobby Lashley.
Yeah.
It's because of Lana that he's successful.
Yeah.
Not the person you should be having the conversation with.
Mhm.
Perhaps you should be having the conversation with your husband, Bobby Lashley. He thinks Lana is scared to hear what Bobby Lashley has to say about it. So there's some stuff going on here. So MVP is working with Bobby Lashley?
Yeah, so what happens is MVP came back, and then he basically told Bobby, "I could be your manager," basically in not so in a little bit less words, and I'll take you to that next level. And he was kind of pushing his buttons, and that's one way he's been pushing his buttons is by pushing Lana away and getting him even more angrier. And of course, we already had a bit of the the holes in that relationship beforehand because Bobby was losing matches with Lana interfering in them sometimes. So that crack is opening up even further. And now Lana, as you can see in that promo there, was telling MVP that he's only getting this opportunity because of how I built him. But he's actually, I'm on the side of MVP here.
Right.
He's really been pushed to the forefront since MVP's been there.
Right.
All right, so that match is going to be a little bit later, I guess.
Yeah, I
Now
guess so. Now they're doing the promo for I almost said Dolph Lundgren. Dolph Lundgren in the WWE, ladies and gentlemen.
Dolph Lundgren is one of my favorite action stars.
Yeah.
But anyways, Braun Strowman is going to be going in a handicap match between Miz and Morrison. So he said, this is the promo right now. He's telling them that, they ask him that he wants to have that match with them, and he says, "Yeah, you got me for sure."
Miz and Morrison. Hey, hey. Ho, ho. Miz and Morrison. Hey, hey. Ho, ho. Miz and Morrison. Hey, hey. Ho, ho. I like that song. It's catchy.
You actually like it? You actually like it? Great. So they have a whole music video and everything for their song. It's pretty good. It's all right. They had an original one. They made the one back in the day when they were together before. Wow. So they tried.
She got slimed?
Yeah, they tried to get Strowman with slime, but they basically missed him, and they got the announcer.
They're smashing his Buick LeSabre.
Yeah.
But seriously, of all like muscle cars, is a Buick LeSabre's not even a muscle car. Like, what kind of car is a Buick LeSabre? It's like an old man car. Like, why is Braun Strowman driving a Buick LeSabre? And why does he love it so much?
I don't know.
He
I love it.
loves his car.
I know. I love that he loves his car. I like that it's different. It's unique. It's not as big named as it could be.
Buick LeSabre's a huge name, man. Come on. Every 75-year-old in 1986 owned one of those.
Exactly. It's not like a big brand right now. It's not like a big marketed vehicle right now. And you would see maybe somebody else would be driving, like JBL wouldn't be driving that car, right? During his prime.
Oh, God, no.
Exactly. Oh, and then he flips over their vehicle that they were in.
Yeah, he flipped over the van with them in. This is just, I don't even understand how this match gets made, but it should be fun to watch, I guess. But yeah, I don't even understand how this match gets made. Miz and Morrison handicap match versus the monster among men, Braun Strowman.
Yeah.
Hopefully it is awesome. How was that?
That was pretty good. All right, here's Morrison's intro. Slow down. Are they gonna slow it down? Can they slow it down? Are the fans like behind the glass right now?
Are they? I think they're moving in slow motion.
It's just weird that usually you get the Morrison's hair flowing like crazy, and it helps with the wind, but you can't really do that with the glass.
Is that how they do their intros now? They like do slow motion intro?
Well, Morrison always has done it, and now that they're back together again, yes, they do that part slow motion. Morrison and Miz does his little mini intro, and then together they slow that one down when Morrison gets there and does his pose.
Morrison went to Morrison when he left WWE, though. Wasn't he Johnny Nitro?
Yeah.
Isn't he Johnny Nitro? That's who he was before, right?
Yeah.
Of course the Miz has to talk before a match, right?
One of the fans just yelled, "Shut up!" Oh, man.
Miz needs something more to pump him up.
They're going to do the cheer?
Morrison wants a pump up. How about this? Let's see. How about we share a little something extra special with everybody here and everybody watching at home? What does John Morrison have for us? A music video sweeping the nation. Everybody's talking about it.
What?
Their new hit single. We got a Morrison and Miz hit single music video. Oh wow, this is fantastic. Hey,
it's a new one.
Hey.
And they look like they're kind of doing a Miami Vice feel. Like he's wearing the white blazer. Miz.
Morrison sitting on the steps, male pattern baldness seeping in. They put their shades on.
It's like CSI Miami right now.
Somebody's playing piano.
Yeah. This is totally Miami Vice.
Wow, this is some crazy auto-tune. I haven't heard this much auto-tune since Drake's last album.
Oh, man.
All right. Wow, this is like... Gonna
to his big ass?
Push the boots to his big ass. This is great. Wow, Morrison just ripped off his shirt, stopped playing piano and ripped off his shirt. And what?
Slices cheese.
What are we watching right now? I guess we got to describe this. I don't know how to describe this. We've got
the Universal Champion needs to go.
The Universal Champion needs to go. Oh, ho.
Braun Strowman's really dumb is basically what they're saying.
And he wears Crocs. He won't shut up about his hands.
As they're working out.
Sheet mask. They call back to the sheet mask.
And now
they interrupt the music video with Braun Strowman train crashing into the music video. The Strowman Express, the monster among men, the big Braun machine, as I like to call him.
I think that was pretty good. That was a good start to a match.
That was great. That was great.
This match, we don't know what to think of it. It's so weird. He's the champion. It's a 2-on-1 handicap match. But then they go ahead and do the whole Miz and Morrison thing. They do their own new song out of nowhere. They drop that. They promo it. They set that up. They do the song. We see the music video, and then of course we don't get to see the whole thing. Braun Strowman, his train comes. He gets a bit of his new intro part. Strowman Express is here. So I think, is this pretty new? I don't know. I know he's been wearing like this new shirt, but I haven't really seen this full thing, and I haven't been following it fully in the last 2-3 weeks. But this is a totally new thing. He's calling himself now the Strowman Express.
The Strowman Express. Why? Did
There's
somebody
like,
say that?
I don't know, but he's built like a Mack truck and he's huge. So that's pretty much what I'm going for.
Well, yeah, I get it, but like, is it
Yeah.
linked to anybody, any story at all? I don't know. Yeah, I don't know if it is.
I don't think so.
Right.
All right, here we go. Ring the bell is rung, and here we go.
But you can buy your Strowman Express t-shirt on shopwwe.com right now. Unfortunately, we're not sponsored by them at all, so if you do, we won't get any money for it, but that's okay.
But we will be setting up a Patreon account in the future, so you can send some help to us, and we are looking to develop our show even better.
Yeah, the best help we can get is feedback on our show.
Yeah.
You can talk to us at what is it? How do they get a hold of us? Twitter at Jablam Sports.
Yes, you can do at Jablam Sports, or you can email us directly. I'm at Russian98, RUSSIAN 98. And Pepperoni, where are you?
Joey the Jabroni on Twitter. Joey the Jabroni.
Yep.
Yeah, send us feedback. That's the thing you can do. You can listen every week. You can watch along with us with the pay-per-views, and you can that's how you can help us get better.
Yep.
Strowman Express.
Oh. Double drop kick from both of them, but Strowman's still handling them pretty well. Oh, a nice high kick from Morrison. He tries to go off the top rope, and Strowman's got him in the chokehold. And Morrison with a flip. Holy smokes. Morrison's great. So still so entertaining. Miss, you all right? You all right? He gets a forearm from Strowman. He's stunned. He's looking at him, slowly going. He doesn't want to get in the
Miz
ring.
is terrified of getting in the ring with Strowman now.
Oh man. Oh, he's getting some forearms to Strowman. Oh, he totally didn't get him with that kick that well, but he slapped him nicely to get the sound at least.
Strowman's not having none of that. So as entertaining as this has been, and as enjoyable as this has been to watch,
Ooh. Yeah.
does it really need a title attached to it? Like that's been my issue with WWE for like the while. There are so many titles. It's like titles mean nothing at this point. That in order to make a match interesting, you don't need just a title. You need a huge gimmick like this, a handicap match. You need Morrison and The Miz who are just yucking it up and recording a music video. It's just like you need to go pure comic book because they've made titles just so meaningless. It's just been with one of my big complaints with WWE lately.
How many matches do you see, Pepperoni, though? Ooh, nice move by Morrison off the top rope, twisted. But how many matches do you see where the champion is fighting in a pay-per-view match, but not having his belt on the line? So I don't know how you can play that.
Oh, is his belt not on the line?
No, it's on the line.
His belt is on the line, right?
Yeah. But I don't know how many matches do you actually see where the champion is fighting, but his belt is not on the line in a pay-per-view.
Oh, you don't see them. I guess what my point is that why the hell does Braun Strowman even, like, why does this gimmick need to be with a title belt attached to it? Like, you could have a whole other match for the Universal Championship right now. That would be fantastic and really great to watch. But they have so many goddamn belts and so many goddamn wrestlers that they just don't know what to do, and they're just competing against each other, right? Like, if we look at the card we have today, let's see what the matches are. It's like
they've got Braun down in the middle of the ring now. Morrison's going at him with kicks. Miz is slowly getting up to his usual perch for a tag, but Morrison's doing well, and now he tags Miz. Miz is in the ring. Strowman's down in the middle. They've got him down. They're both gonna.
Oh, double DDT.
Yep.
So I guess what I was saying is like this WWE Backlash, there's 7 main matches. 7 matches. Yep. How many of those 7? Just like give me your answer within like 3 seconds. Of the 7 matches, how many do you think have a title on the line?
I think almost every single one. Maybe one doesn't.
6 out of 7 have title matches.
Yeah.
Jeff Hardy, Sheamus is the only one without a title match.
Yep.
It's almost like titles are meaningless at this point. It just doesn't mean anything anymore. There's just so many titles and so many things that like you have a card with all titles, which is cool. It's cool to have a card that's all titles changing hands all the time, and maybe titles only change hands, but it just feels like they don't mean anything anymore, you know?
Yeah. No, I get what you're getting at. I was just wondering, how many times have we seen an actual current champion have a big match in a pay-per-view and not have that on the line? So,
I can try to look that up. I can try to look that up.
Yeah, that'd be interesting. But a 2-on-1 match here, handicap match. They've got Strowman. He's holding onto his arm. They're doing pretty well. Strowman is struggling in this handicap match, which usually he isn't, even in handicap matches. Oh, that didn't hit well. And now Morrison tags The Miz. He's on the top rope. And he gets him. He gets him down. I like they're both wearing very similar tights. Usually, sometimes they're not. But The Miz's tights are very Morrison-esque, I would say. Extra glittery, has that same feel and style as the Morrison usually has.
What? If anybody watching, what?
Oh my goodness. No. The Miz just pulled the Morrison off because he was thinking about Morrison not having the title. Oh, they're going to lose this match now for sure. And they're going to start hating on each other.
So is that how this match works? It's like a handicap match, and then like either Miz or Morrison, whoever pins him, will be the champion. It's not like they'll be co-champions together as a stable?
That's what I was wondering a little bit, but I don't think they put that into the storyline until that moment.
I thought it would have been like semi-freebird rules that like Miz and Morrison are the Universal Champion, and either of them could fight at any time. Like that would be amazing. I don't think we've seen that before.
Well, we've had the New Day been tag champions, and they fluctuate between who
1, 2, 3. Strowman just puts Morrison away.
Yep, that was it.
Yeah, so we've had Freebird rules for the tag team championship, right? The Freebirds were the one. That's why it's the Freebird rules, because the Freebirds were the ones that did it the first time. But I don't think we've ever had that for a singles belt, which could be kind of fun and kind of interesting. Like just 2 people who both own the belt at the same time, and they decide who fights on which match, you know?
Yep.
So Braun Strowman destroys Miz and Morrison because Morrison was about to pin Strowman, and Miz pulled him off him?
Yep, Miz pulled him right off. It looked like he might have got the 1, 2, 3. I don't think so, but it did look like he could have got it, and he pulled him at the 2 seconds, and then Miz put Morrison back on top of Strowman, but it was too little, too late. And Strowman threw them both out, and then finished Morrison off after. So I don't know how much they're going to be playing that new song of theirs if the Miz and Morrison now start to see cracks in their relationship. That was kind of weird. The Miz didn't want Morrison to be champion. He'd rather have had the championship more, right?
Yeah, I guess so, which is surprising. I think he realized what he did wrong after a while, after not too long. Hey, 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 ho, ho. That's a good song. It's catchy.
Well, yeah, the hey, 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 ho, I liked. This one, not as catchier, but it was a good start to this match, that's for sure.
So got a few matches. Oh, Daniel Bryan versus AJ was last Friday on SmackDown.
Yeah.
That's exciting.
That was a big match. It was a pretty good match, entertaining for sure. They had
And
some good
so AJ won
moves.
that match? That was an Intercontinental Championship match. AJ Styles versus
Yep.
Daniel Bryan.
And AJ won. And AJ Styles went. So what happened was that she's gonna.
Kayla Braxton.
Yeah. So there was a tournament. Yeah.
Right.
And he won the tournament. Yep.
So AJ Styles won the Intercontinental Championship tournament.
Yes, because they stripped. What's his name? I can't remember his name right now. The red. What's his name? Can't
Baron
remember
Corbin?
his name. No.
Sami Zayn.
Sami Zayn. That's right.
So Sami Zayn was Intercontinental Champion.
And
then they vacated it.
Yeah, because he didn't want to fight during this pandemic.
Oh, he didn't want to fight during COVID.
Yeah, and so then just within a week or two, they decided to just strip him and do this tournament. So it was really weird. Whereas a lot of big wrestlers like The Miz at WrestleMania didn't fight because of COVID, and a few other wrestlers didn't fight because of it, and like Roman Reigns. So Roman Reigns obviously hasn't been back, but they decided to automatically just strip him of the championship and then have a mini tournament. And AJ Styles won this week. He beat Daniel Bryan for it.
So Sami Zayn just decides to. So I found this article from Forbes from May 1st. Sami Zayn, outspoken Trump critic, reportedly staying home because of COVID-19 concerns.
Yep.
WWE Intercontinental Champion Sami Zayn, who has been away from WWE television since April 3rd broadcast of Friday Night SmackDown, is reportedly opting to stay home due to COVID-19 concerns. Per Dave Meltzer of the Wrestling Observer newsletter, the reason Zayn wasn't on SmackDown this past week was Nakamura and Cesaro is that he made the choice not to come, which everyone was told they had the option to do. He was originally part of the show. So they're making it a personal opt-in choice if wrestlers want to keep competing or not. And it looks like Sami Zayn decided he didn't want to. And so they stripped him of the title?
Yeah, he was the title. His first championship, single championship for Sami Zayn obviously in WWE, not NXT.
Yeah.
And for Raw and SmackDown. And then only a couple weeks later, he gets stripped of it. It's crazy. So now they're promoting the Lashley match here. Lashley.
All right, so it's Lashley with
Drew
Lana.
McIntyre.
And Lana and MVP seem to be having a feud now.
Yeah. This is going to be interesting here.
So this is going to be Bobby Lashley versus Drew McIntyre. Is that what we got here?
Yes, for the title. Drew McIntyre has the title. We've been talking about in recent podcasts how Drew has been taking on the big guys, but Lashley hasn't been put into that place since he's been back over the last year and a half. We haven't seen Bobby Lashley get an opportunity, but now he does. MVP's now back. He's been like his manager, and he's gotten him that title chance.
Montel Vontavious Porter, MVP.
Yes, and he brought him on the MVP lounge, the VIP lounge. And he got a headbutt from Drew. He got the Claymore from Drew. He's been attacked. And so then he had him on the VIP again. And he was telling him, but he wants a reason. He wants him the reason why he loses the belt because of MVP. And then MVP brings out Bobby Lashley.
Right. So MVP wants to take credit for the belt win by Bobby Lashley is kind of what's going on.
Yeah. And so then in the last week of Raw, there was a big match. It was Bobby Lashley against the Viking Raiders, and it was a pretty big match. And it was Bobby Lashley and MVP. MVP, I haven't really seen in any matches. Every time he comes out, he pretty much just talks like that big match he had with R-Truth last pay-per-view. And then Bobby came in and took his place for him. Well, on Raw, he finally had a tag match against the Viking Raiders, and they were totally in control. Bobby Lashley puts him in a hold in what I think it was anyways, he put him in hold. He pinned them. They won the match, and then they attacked MVP after the match, the Viking Raiders, and Bobby gets him in a hold again, and then the Street Profits come in and interrupt. They hold Bobby Lashley down, and then in comes Drew McIntyre with the Claymore.
Okay, and took him out last week.
Yeah, and on Raw, this last week. Yep.
Okay. So who do you got? Actually, we need to talk about the Lana MVP thing. So Lana is now married to Bobby Lashley. So Rusev is out of the picture?
Yeah, Rusev, I think we talked about this last week on the podcast. He is a free agent wrestler, and we don't know where he's going to go next. Is he going to go maybe to AEW? Is he going to come back to WWE? I don't think so, and at least not in the short future. Right. Will he go to somewhere like the Ring of Honor? I don't know. So we'll see what happens. But Lana then moved on, and she's obviously still with Bobby and on that storyline, and she's Bobby's wife.
Okay.
And now this story is kind of taking a different turn here with, him not liking Lana on the side of the ring, interfering with matches, and then MVP's now in the storyline where he's kind of managing Bobby Lashley.
Right, and Lana seems to be using a lot of bronzer. I don't know what's going on with that, but yeah. So Lana and MVP kind of have a little feud going, talking about who Bobby Lashley trusts more, or who's in his corner a little more, I guess, and they're getting jealous of each other there.
Yeah.
I'm looking at Twitter here. Crundlemania Wrestling thinks they're looking at Bobby Lashley to win. Looking like a couple of winners as they have a screenshot of MVP and Bobby Lashley coming to the ring. They think Crundlemania thinks that Bobby Lashley is going to win this one.
Oh, here we started already. That
wow,
was quick.
That was really quick. Did we even have announcements?
Nope.
Lashley's got him in a full Nelson right away.
So that's the new hold that he's been doing. He did it on Raw.
Referee's telling them to ring the bell? No, referee's calling for help. The match has not begun. Bobby Lashley's got him in a full Nelson. The match has not begun.
Now
he's
the
got the hooks
trying
in.
To pull them apart. Referee's trying to pull them apart. So he did the full Nelson.
3 referees
Viking
now.
Raiders, and he was doing great there. And then until the what's called Street Profits stopped him, and then he did the Claymore. But when he did the Claymore, Bobby Lashley was stunned and a little bit phased, but he wasn't even close to being knocked out, which usually what happens when Drew McIntyre hits somebody with the Claymore.
Right.
So
this is the MVP effect.
They're giving him a second now to breathe, see if he can get some air into his chest and get back into this match. But Bobby Lashley is hovering over the referee and Drew McIntyre.
I love this. Yeah, Bobby Lashley's hungry. I like this. I like where this is going.
This is a new Bobby Lashley.
This is interesting. So, like, when I see the picture of Bobby Lashley and Drew McIntyre next to each other saying that this is going to be a match, I'm like, it's just not interesting. But they just set this up in an interesting way for me. So, good work.
Yeah, I don't know. I still think Drew is going to win this match. I don't know. I don't know if Bobby's going to win it. It's too early in Drew's reign of being champion because he's finally won it after so many years of being called the next one, by the boss Vince in his career, the chosen one, and then leaving and then coming back. And he's been here for a couple of years now. and now he's finally been the champion. And I don't know. I think it's a little bit too early for Bobby to win the the championship. I think he's due. I do think he's due, but it's too early in Drew's reign, in my opinion, to have somebody take it off him.
Yeah, so Drew McIntyre won the Rumble
Yep.
in January, right?
Yep.
And then after winning the Rumble, he won the belt at WrestleMania, right?
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah, that's correct. He beat
The champion Brock Lesnar.
Lesnar. That's right. And in a quick match that was only seconds, pretty much. Big hit after big hit. Brock with his big move, shocking Drew, but Drew kept on coming back, and then Drew with a couple of claymores and him beating Brock. And then he had a long, good match against Rollins at Money in the Bank,
Right.
and now he's facing Bobby here at Backlash. Bobby's in total control since this match started. Bobby's been licking his lips a lot lately too. I don't know. I don't know if I remember him doing it a lot before, but I don't know if it's a part of his new character. But he's thirsty to win. That's for sure.
He's thirsty to win. He's got to get moist. He's got to speaking moistly. What he's got to do.
Ooh.
Whoa, that was interesting turn there. These are two big dudes. Like, the match has been pretty fast-paced so far for the big dudes that they are. I wonder if it's going to keep this pace. Probably not. I imagine they're getting burned out soon.
Well, Bobby's always been in great physique, great shape. He's pretty slim, especially for a guy who's big.
Right.
And he's cut really well, so. And they were pushing that before MVP came back. They were pushing how strong he is with him and Lana, and him flipping over those big, huge giants, monster truck tires. He wasn't even having matches. They were just pushing the fact how strong Bobby was. And then MVP came.
So we got Drew McIntyre in the corner. Bobby Lashley pretty much slowing him down. This has been like mostly Bobby Lashley, this match, right?
Yeah.
Drew McIntyre hasn't really had a chance yet. He might be turning it around now.
I'm guessing just because Drew is being more face now, that he's the one that's taken the abuse, even though you would think a guy like Drew's size and strength would be in control of most of his matches, even versus Seth Rollins. Right. I thought Seth had more control of that match as well. And now MVP's right in Drew's face. Wow. So it's still weird, though, that Lana is not around the ring at all, not around any of Bobby's matches, and then MVP is in the picture, and he's always around Bobby's matches. He's always in the ring and around the ring, getting his face in there.
I'm checking the chat. Just trying to see what's happening in the chat. If people have questions, it would be awesome to put it in the chat. So go for it.
Oh, wow. So he hits him into the ring post, and they give each other high five.
That's great.
MVP is basically his manager, and Bobby give each other high five. MVP is doing the clock thing. The time is ticking. He gives his lines. The 1, 2, 3. The clock is ticking right into Drew's face. So he's getting really in there. That's pretty good.
I don't know. I feel like they could totally, the way they have set up Bobby Lashley right now, I feel like they could totally be putting the belt on him, and it could make sense, and it could be interesting. Like the dynamic they have with MVP, Lashley, Lana, all together, like they might be actually setting up Bobby in a cool place where it would be interesting for him to have a belt run with those two guys, with Lana and MVP carrying him on the mic and charisma wise. Because that's the thing that Bobby Lashley's been lacking all the time. Like, no matter how hard he tries, he has zero charisma. He's like an unsalted premium plus cracker. That's what he is. Like an like they call them saltine crackers. You remove the salt from a saltine cracker. I don't know what you have. You have Bobby Lashley.
That's what you have.
But yeah, like putting MVP and Lana behind him, like Brock Lesnar needs Paul Heyman, because Paul Heyman can do the job of 7 people when it comes to promotions. But maybe Lana and MVP together could really help Bobby Lashley become an interesting champion.
Yeah. I don't know. Like I feel when you have so much going on with like now basically almost like 2 managers for Bobby, I think you can go on with that storyline for a bit, right? Um I, it was weird because before he had Leo Rush as his manager,
Right.
and Leo Rush is one of the guys that were cut from WWE with, I think, during this pandemic when they cut the roster short.
Right.
With some of the guys gone. So, and I liked Leo Rush. I liked his voice. I liked him being Bobby's manager. But this is a very big difference now, and he basically has 2 managers.
Right.
So we'll see what happens. I don't know. I think he doesn't need the belt on him yet, especially now with having MVP and Lana, and you can build a storyline with just that, with him wondering where to go. Is it Lana or is it MVP? Is Lana in this match gonna come and interfere and make it bad? And then they can go on with that storyline. I feel that's a good way to end this match, is have Lana appear and just ruin things for Bobby, and then he has to have a divorce, and that whole thing can go on. Oh, Bobby almost pins Drew there. But I think you can build the storyline a little bit further and then have Bobby win the championship in a month or 2.
You think so? Okay.
Yeah, I think you could build it a little bit further that way. If he becomes champion, I don't know. Drew still has to be involved somehow, in my opinion, and maybe he wins it right back. I don't know. That would just be too short of a reign for Bobby then. Ooh, Bobby tries to get the 1, 2, 3 and doesn't. Drew kicks out.
Demoralizing. Super demoralizing for Bobby Lashley.
But Bobby's been in control totally this match. Every single moment, every single second. Yep. Bobby is thirsty. Bobby is giving him the eyes. MVP is pushing Bobby on. I don't know, man. I'm thinking even more Drew's going to pull this out at the end.
Yeah, I'm going to go with you. I'm going to put my money on Drew McIntyre winning. They've put so much behind him. They put so much behind Drew McIntyre. They can't really stop this train from going at this point. I think they have to keep the belt on Drew. Drew's got to keep the belt, and I think he's going to win this match.
Oh.
Maybe this feud with Lashley lasts a bit longer.
Yeah, I think if you push the storyline a little bit further, then maybe Bobby wins in the next pay-per-view or in the future. That could happen. Oh,
Lashley's lying down on the ropes, holding on to the ropes.
Yep.
Drew McIntyre's trying to pull him off of the ropes.
He's trying to fireman him here.
Oh, he's got him. Oh,
Whiplash,
yeah.
Alabama
reverse
slam.
Alabama slammer. That's what you got to call that.
Oh, wow.
Drew McIntyre almost retained the title.
I've been horrible at calling these matches like the big parts of these matches. I'm so focused on talking about the storylines that I keep on messing up the big hits there.
Oh, the big hits and the moments. Yeah, well, yeah. I guess the way I see it is you can be watching Backlash with Michael Cole in the background, and Michael Cole's come a long way, man. I remember Michael Cole when he was just like doing the interviews, and he was just a little joke doing the interviews.
No, headlock. Lashley's got him in a headlock here.
He's trying to get him into like a chicken wing.
Yeah,
is what he's trying to do.
It looked like he was going to do an armbar. Now he's got him in a headlock.
Yeah, it looked like some sort of crossface chicken wing, but now it's turned into a headlock, and Drew's picking him up into like a tombstone pile driver.
Oh no! And he just loses him there. Now Bobby has him in an
ankle lock. Shades of Kurt Angle.
Yep. Oh man, he's got it on pretty good there. Oh no, Drew goes and kicks him off. He goes into the corner. Bobby, it looked like he was going to do a spear, but then they roll. And in a Kimura lock now. Looks like he looks like he has him in a Kimura lock.
Drew McIntyre has Bobby Lashley in a Kimura.
Wow. And now Bobby's got the ropes.
And Bobby grabs the ropes and holds on. Yeah.
Yeah, he's got to kick him out now. Wow, there's a lot of holes in this match. Am I not?
Yeah,
like,
no, they're trying a lot of like technical wrestling holds
so
and trying to make it like an MMA match or something.
Yeah, especially with Bobby. I've never seen this out of him, but this is a new thing that they've given Bobby, that he's been doing holds now in the last month or so. It's just so many of them now. So it's kind of odd.
Well, he's got that background, right? He's got that MMA, he's got that wrestling background, amateur wrestling background. So that's important to pull out and tell stories with, which is great. I guess what I was saying about calling the spots in the matches, when people are watching Backlash, they probably have, like, we recommend you have Michael Cole and everybody saying it in the background so you hear those reactions, and we can give you like the storylines over top of it, right?
Yeah, for sure. Especially when I keep on stumbling on the big hits there. Even though when I'm watching, I'm usually good at calling them, like Rey Mysterio's, obviously big moments, and Seth Rollins and everybody, but I've been fumbling them tonight, that's for sure.
That's all right. Well, what we're doing is giving them the Xpload, which is the download from the upload. It's the Xpload, so that they can learn what's going on and what the storylines are.
This is what Drew's been doing. He's been
1, 2, 3. Oh, and a spear.
Oh, and then he gets him with a spear. 1, 2. Nope, he stops him. Nope, he does not get the 1, 2, 3. So what Drew's been doing is every time he goes for the Claymore, he says 1, 2, 3, and he hits a Claymore, and he goes right into the Claymore. But no, Bobby hits him in the spear, and there's Lana. I had a feeling this was gonna
Lana
happen.
shows up. There we go.
She's gonna interrupt, and Bobby's gonna lose this match. Man,
Lana shows up, and she's talking to MVP. She gives him the hand. Talk to the hand, because the face ain't listening. And Lana's just like charging up the steps.
Yeah,
Where is she going?
She's going right against the ropes, and now Bobby almost Lana.
Those are,
and he goes right to the headbutt. Lana falls right down his arms off the headbutt by Drew. Oh my goodness, that was it. It's done.
2, 3. Drew McIntyre wins, all because of Lana. So Lana just shows up, distracts everybody. Bobby Lashley accidentally hits her, smashes her into MVP. MVP catches Lana, but Drew McIntyre takes advantage, pins Bobby Lashley, and retains. That's what happens there.
Yeah, man. Maybe I should do a preview show, pre-show, and then people can make bets after I've told them exactly what's going to happen in these matches. So I call that exactly. And yeah, that's what you know what, they have to kind of go this way because of the storyline. They got to build more of the storyline. There's got to be a bigger, hole in this relationship between Lana, MVP, and Bobby.
But Lana's boots, man, those are some killer boots.
Oh, Lana is beautiful. She's amazing.
She's gorgeous, but her fashion, look at that. Look at those boots. They're like twisty boots all the way up to her knee. Those are fantastic.
Bobby does not know what he wants to do with Lana. He gives her a look. He looks at
just leaves
crowd
her there,
and then just leaves her.
That's not nice, Bobby. That's not cool. She didn't mean to do that. It was an accident.
Told her to not come to the ring many times, and then she did again in a big important match in his career. How many times? This is the first time he's gotten a title match since he's been back.
Yeah.
Finally, after a couple of years, and this is what happens.
She messed it up for him.
Yep. But again, you got to feel bad for Lana too, because she loves her Bobby and she just wants to help him, but she's not doing it in the right ways. And she fell down there pretty bad.
Yeah, she did.
Off that thump there. So hopefully she's all right.
So Drew McIntyre retains the WWE Championship.
Yeah, have we talked about Drew?
No, I guess not. Like,
but I love Drew. I liked his character. I liked how he's been doing this.
He says he's going to be the champion for a very long time.
He's been talking to the crowd. He's been getting pumped.
Yeah.
He's been saying what he's been doing. I like that. I like that. Since, in this era right now with everything we're going through, he's getting right in the camera. He's talking to the fans. He's talking to the crowd.
Right.
He's getting us involved. And this is a very different Drew than I've ever seen him, even before and now. He's getting very, face.
Right.
Um,
He's doing
so
he's playing into it really well, it seems. Like he was very quiet before, especially in all the like the heel roles he was playing. Maybe he's more comfortable as a babyface, which is interesting because he doesn't look like a guy who's more comfortable as a babyface, but every once in a while that kind of person shines.
yeah. And then when he came back, he's with Dolph for a while.
Right.
He was Dolph's back man. He was Dolph's backup and helping him get him a couple championships. And then he left him, and then he was in between for a bit, and then so now he's face. So he's totally face now. It looks like.
So we only have one match left.
Yep. Next up is
The greatest
match.
wrestling match ever.
Yeah, it is. It is, isn't it? No.
Well, that's what they're calling it.
I don't know. I don't know if it is, but I do love both these wrestlers. I will say that I've always liked Orton, and Edge is my favorite wrestler of all time. So for me, it is the greatest match of all ever.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's up there for sure.
So
We'll see how it goes though.
Yeah. There's just so many, like Savage Steamboat and WrestleMania 3. Bret Hart and Steve Austin. Oh yeah, that's my favorite. That's my favorite. Bret Hart, Steve Austin, WrestleMania 13, 1997. That was when you had the picture of Austin with just blood pouring out of his forehead when he was in the sharpshooter.
Right now? Hold on.
What's happening here?
Oh, they're showing the Viking Raiders
being
tossed onto Braun Strowman's car.
So they smashed Braun Strowman's car, and now they're running away.
This rivalry between the Viking Raiders and the Street Profits has been really weird. I don't know if they hate each other or they don't like each other, but it's pretty cool because every week they've been going back and forth between how much of a competition it is between them. They've been playing basketball. They've been playing axe throwing. They've been playing beer pong. So it's pretty funny. The Viking Raiders are saying, "We are better than you," and it's funny. They beat them at Street Profits beat them at basketball, obviously, kind of thing. But then they do a half court shot and saying, "We let you win." Kind of thing.
Right.
So it's been pretty funny how this rivalry is going on. It's like they're kind of friends, but they kind of hate each other because they both want the championship and they're both big tag teams.
Right. It's just kind of like fun rivalry.
Yeah. So now again, we're getting kind of quirky. Now he's holding the bowling ball, one of the Viking Raiders.
And the Street Profits are holding up swords trying to defend themselves. Golf clubs, not swords, golf clubs.
Swords. Yes, golf clubs, and now they're running away.
Is this a match that we're watching?
No. This is they're not supposed to have a match. They're just building upon this storyline feud that they're kind of having every week. They're not having any matches.
They don't have matches. They just fight wherever.
Rivalry thing going back and forth. Who's better? We're better than you. Kind of rivalry, and I have no clue what they're doing now. They're holding golf clubs. They're holding a bowling ball.
Street Profits are holding golf clubs. And who's this other tag team?
The Viking Raiders.
The Viking Raiders are holding Viking shields.
Yeah, their usual shields. And now he's
using a bowling ball as a weapon. So they're gonna fight like men instead. They're gonna drop all the weapons at the same time, and they're gonna fight like men, is what they're saying here. So let's see what happens. So I guess this is a whole other match. This is the most confusing thing I've ever seen.
Somebody smashed Braun Strowman's car.
They got smashed. Yeah, somebody got slammed into Braun Strowman's car, and Braun Strowman, his lovely Buick LeSabre, the windshield is all smashed up, and he won't be able to see where he's going. He's gonna have to drive home like Ace Ventura with his head out the window.
So now the Street Profits take the first punch, and they're going back and forth. Viking Raiders, Street Profits, big forearm smash there.
So they're right now fighting backstage. I don't know what this is. This looks like the entryway that is set up in order to get to the ring. So maybe they're going to be going, I see the exit sign. So maybe they're going to move themselves into the ring or into the ring area right now is what's going on. So we got half of the Street Profits lying back.
Oh, he's got the bowling ball. What's he going to do with the bowling ball? Is he going to do for a 7-10 split here?
Now he's dreaming. This is the most bizarre thing. He's just dreaming of himself wrestling and getting a strike. Bowling and getting a strike.
Oh, wow. That was a nice try. Apparently they're really good bowlers?
Yeah, apparently.
And
apparently the Viking Raiders like to bowl.
All right. And now we're back. Okay, that was an interesting dream. Oh, he's going to go 7-10.
Oh, he's got his legs open, and he throws the bowling ball right into his groin. Strike. Right in the nuts. Right in the nuts. I don't know.
I don't know what to say in these moments because I know it would kill me if this happened. It's happened when I played sports. So, yeah.
But you would think, like, being a wrestler, wouldn't he be wearing a cup? Like, wouldn't he be wearing a cup? Like, the bowling ball. Oh, he just slammed him into the glass.
Broken glass everywhere.
Ain't about the money, Papa. Just don't care.
Yeah. They're really taking it to each other here. Now
there's another dream where he's dreaming of turkey drumsticks. This is
Viking Raiders.
This is ridiculous. Are they just trying to kill time right now? Is that what's happening?
I guess they're trying to fill time, but this has been going on for a couple of weeks now, their rivalry.
Yeah, so I guess this is like the new era. This is like new era COVID wrestling. You can tell stories like this now. You don't need to tell stories in a ring. You can tell stories everywhere. Like I was telling you about that like stadium match from AEW that we saw at the last AEW pay-per-view, where they just like they went throughout the stadium and just did spots. They went to a bar, they went to like the top, they went into a kiddie pool. They like dipped Matt Hardy into the kiddie pool, and every time every time Matt Hardy came out, he would be a different version of himself. So like you can do some really interesting editing and like tell interesting stories now.
And now they're
just like, why did you escalate this? Let's take this outside. They're going to keep going.
They are outside, though. They've been outside
the whole time.
Yeah, now they're
outside, fam. What you doing?
They're going to continue.
They're going to finish this.
Wow. They both look really beat up here. Wow. They're going to just fall apart. They're tired. They're done. Oh, no. There's Braun with the car, right? No.
Somebody's arriving in motorcycles. So we got the Street Profits and the Viking Warriors are now outside about to fight each other. And a motorcycle gang of what? 1, 2, 3,
8?
4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 people show up in motorcycles, revving their engines at them. Who are these people?
7 bikers.
Is this like Triple H's frats?
These guys look like they're black belts in Taekwondo.
Oh yeah, they're wearing like karate uniforms.
And he takes off his helmet.
They're wearing gis. That's what they're called, right? Gis. That's what the karate. Yeah.
Anything you can do.
Speaking Japanese. Anything you can do, we can do better. Is what he says to him. Check. And he throws the helmet at one of the Viking Warriors.
So they're really building up this whole rivalry versus thing now with a whole brand new competition of wrestlers from lightweight wrestling.
They're ninjas. He says they're ninjas.
205. So 205 Live guys are the guys on the bikes, I'm guessing?
Oh, it could be. I think they're just going to keep their helmets on. These guys are now just going to fight against the ninjas. Lightning strikes. And there's a cup.
Mm-hmm.
The Viking Prophets. They have evolved to join forces. The Viking Prophets are now together.
This is weird.
This is very weird. We want the smoke. So we got the Viking Prophets are going to take on some ninjas right now. And the ninja is pointing his finger.
Whoa. What happened there?
Okay, so we got a ninja battle.
Whoa.
The Street Profits and the Viking Warriors are having a battle against a bunch of ninjas in the parking lot.
We just broke out into like an 80s fight.
Yeah, this is, or it feels like one of those, like, it feels like Double Dragon or like Streets of Rage right now. A bunch of ninjas just show up and you have to fight them. This is crazy. So while we're watching this, I was saying that my favorite match of all time, best wrestling match ever, the greatest wrestling match ever is what we're getting prepared for here while we're watching what could be the dumbest wrestling match ever.
So the lead ninja, of course, is Akira Tozawa. I was trying to remember his name.
Okay.
But he has a new haircut, it looked like. And we don't get to see any of the other guys. They're all pretty much covered.
They're all just masked assassins.
Yeah, Akira Tozawa and the ninjas are down. And the Street Vikings, are they called now? Or the Viking Prophets?
The Viking Prophets is what they're calling themselves.
Yeah, and now they have a weird logo. Viking Prophets logo with beer pong cups. This is so weird.
I guess the Viking Prophets reign victorious.
Tozawa is like on his knee.
He's calling them out. Oh, he's calling out for backup.
He's calling for help. And he's huge, whoever it is. And it is...
Who do you want to say? Who do you think it is? Mark Henry.
Mark Henry, eh?
No, I don't know.
No, I don't think so. They're looking up like he's really tall.
He's very tall.
Why is he looking like that?
So they're introducing somebody new. Is he pulling out a katana blade right now?
And he's using the Force right now. One of the Viking Raiders is using the Force
to pull his turkey drumstick.
Yeah, that's his secret weapon. Takes a huge bite out of it. He's hungry for more. The katana comes out. And drops the drumstick. What?
They're all watching?
What?
They don't want to. He's too big. Back. They're scared. They're scared. They're running away.
Now they're going to the top of the WWE performance truck.
They're running.
They're running on top of it.
This is ridiculous.
What is going on?
So we have the newly minted Viking Prophets trying to run away from this giant, tall ninja assassin who seems to be threatening their life. And they're trying to run away from it. And I guess they might have escaped. Hopefully they escaped now.
Now they're arguing, bickering between who really beat the ninjas.
Who do you think beat the ninjas, Pete?
No, it was even. It was 50-50. Oh, now they're fighting again. Oh my
goodness.
Yeah,
they're going to fight again.
Now the Viking Prophets are done. And they're feuding again. That was the shortest lived non-feud non-rivalry I've ever seen.
Whoa, big jump off of the top of the trailer into what is probably some sort of safety padding, but it looks like some sort of container.
Garbage truck container. Oh, and he tosses the other one. And he's going to
both
the
Street Profits are now in there. Ivar just jumps right in, backflip. Okay. Into a garbage. Okay. So again, we're getting ready for the greatest wrestling match of all time. Is how they're billing it. Watching probably one of the worst matches of all time. But it's been entertaining. There's been ninjas and stuff. That's been fun. So I was trying to tell you before, Peter, that my greatest wrestling match of all time was Bret Hart versus Steve Austin. When Bret Hart had Steve Austin in sharpshooter, you just had blood pouring out of Austin's face.
Wow.
That like magical, that like memory I have of that match, and that memory is a shot we've seen a long time.
So
I don't know what your best match of all time is.
Now they're dreaming again, and it seems like all women like Ibar, and they detest his partner.
Well, it's Ibar's dreams. It's always his own dream.
But we did see in a few of those skits over the last couple of weeks. See, another one.
Oh yeah, the ref likes him now.
Yeah, not so much. Yep.
Not so much.
A poor guy, man.
Ivar's cute. Ladies love Ivar.
Yeah. So weird. Now there's some weird sound outside coming out. So every time I hear Ivar's name, Ivar in Serbian, my background, is actually like a pepper paste. It's like tomato sauce ketchup, but like a pepper version with roasted red pepper version. I don't know.
That's what Ivar is?
That's what Ivar is. Yeah. So go try it if you haven't tried it. It's pretty good. It's a little spicy. There's a lot of different types of Ivar out there, but that's what reminds me every time I hear Ivar's name.
It reminds you of a Serbian pepper.
Sauce.
Serbian like pepper sauce.
Pepper paste. Pepper sauce.
Pepper paste. Pepper sauce. Okay.
All right. Now they're doing the Undertaker promo for his documentary and what he's gone through. It's pretty good. I think this is time when I think everybody who's listening to us, and as well for us, to take a small break. I'm going to take a 2-minute break, and then Joe, I think you should get a 2-minute break. All right?
Yeah. Let's take a quick break, and we'll be back to watch the match.
Yeah.
The greatest wrestling match ever.
Alrighty. Everybody back? Joe, you back? Nope, he's not back. I'm back. Woo! Well, let me tell you, people, greatest wrestling match ever is coming up next. It's the last match of the night. I love these guys. I don't know about you guys, but I love them. Remember, please, if you have any comments about our show, uh, please, we will be opening up a forum on our website soon in the future. Especially go to our website. Now they're promoting the match here. You can check that out. But as they're promoting it, um, I'm just gonna go in to tell you about, if you want, go to our website, jablamsports.com, JABLAM sports.com. And if you want to see our podcast specifically, click on podcast and then click on Pro Wrestling Explode. That is this podcast. We'll be trying to do these in the future. Live companion streaming is what we're calling it. And you can listen to us while you're watching the pay-per-views for WWE and AEW. So you can listen to and watch them and listen to us at the same time in streaming live here on Twitch at Jablam Sports. And we're all over social media. So if you want any questions or comments for us, we'll open up a forum on our game notes for every podcast, as well on Twitter. I'm at Russian98, RUSSIAN 98. And of course, you can message our whole team at Jablam Sports. And Pepperoni will give you his.
Hey,
Twitter.
yeah, I'm back. Joey the Jabroni. At
Yep.
Joey the Jabroni.
So you can message us anything you want to say to us, anything you recommend to show, what you like, what you don't like, please, or even comment on us while we're watching these pay-per-views, and then we'll even talk about it. And we'll even, in the future of our podcast, at the end of every show, we're going to have mailbag. So we'll try to answer some questions or comments or anything that anybody's sent us on Twitter or on our game notes on our podcast episodes. So again, if you want to check out our podcast episodes, go to our website, jablamsports.com, click on podcast, click on Pro Wrestling Explode, and all of our episodes are on there, and we'll have game notes for every episode, and then you can leave comments on each episode in our game notes. All right.
That was a much needed break.
Yeah. I needed it. I
break.
swear. Yeah, go ahead.
What did you do? So I made a drink. I made myself a Dr. Whiskey. You remember our friend Mark? Well, your friend Mark, who became my friend Mark.
Yeah.
He introduced me at one of your barbecues like 15 years ago.
Yeah.
Dr. Whiskey, which is whiskey, and Dr. Pepper. And like everybody I tell Dr. Whiskey to, I say, they're like, what's Dr. Whiskey? I say whiskey and Dr. Pepper. And they say, holy crap, that's amazing. And it is incredible.
But I was the one who started the Aftershock. We did Aftershock with Dr. Pepper, so Dr. Shocker, and Mountain Dew with Aftershock. And I can't remember what that one was called, Mountain Shock or something. And then Mark said at that same party, Dr. Whiskey.
Dr. Whiskey, yeah, that's right.
Yeah, and then we started drinking those, but they're all great. Oh, man, I miss Aftershock, man. If people know other drinks out there that are like Aftershock, please let me know.
I can't stand it. I know you love it, but I can't stand it.
No, but I like the mix. I bought it because it was a drink I would use with the ladies, I would say, and they enjoyed it, and then I got used to it, and I was like, I like it. I was always on the fence with it, but they liked it, so I liked it even more because I can drink with women who like it.
Is it because it like makes your breath like minty fresh and you can make out with it? Is that what's going on?
Maybe
because it tastes like cinnamon dentine bubblegum, like that's what it tastes like.
It's what's that? Fireball is a bit of that taste of Aftershock. I like Aftershock a little bit more because it's a bit crispier. It has a bit that after breath taste is better than Fireball. So you're right. It's a little bit more cinnamony than Fireball.
Cinnamony.
And here we go. Here's my boy.
Are you ready for this?
Superstar.
Rated R Superstar.
I'm actually hyped. I actually am excited about this match. I love Edge. I'm glad he's back.
Edge is great.
We get this. Oh man, it's you can see it on their faces though. They're getting old.
Oh yeah.
Man, they got lots of pros.
I did see a clip of Edge's return, like his first return to WWE, and it was so hyped up, right? And he came out, and like Edge has that entrance that like when the fireworks go off, bada 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 boom on this day, however the song goes, it's just this epic entrance he has, and he's used to like running out and having the fans just cheering, and it was all this epic pomp and circumstance and whatever the heck you call that. And Edge comes out and there's just like nobody there, and he's just looking around like, bro, this is weird. You know?
Yeah.
I feel bad because it was like his return to the ring. It was like not having that fan reaction that he's used to, but
Ooh, the lights are off.
the lights just turned off. Ladies
There's
and
special
gents, this is the
music.
moment you waited for.
Oh, MSG. Introducing from St. Louis, Missouri. It's a music artist.
Is this the Fink?
Oh, no.
No, they're announcing him.
No, they're
this
using
is weird.
Fink's voice. They're using Fink's voice.
Yeah, to announce the match.
Because he recently passed away. So they're doing this for the Fink.
Did he? I didn't know that.
Yeah. This is pretty cool, actually. I like it. That's nice. That's pretty cool. I just got goosebumps. I swear. Pepperoni, I just got goosebumps. And they both stared at the sky. And now we're getting a shot from the sky.
From Howard Finkel.
From Howard Finkel. Now we hear the ref starting the match. There's a lot of lights. They opened up the lights now. The whole place is totally lit up. You can see every single thing now.
Wow.
And you can see their little... They both have a
bit of the ceiling and everything.
They both have a little bit of a beard growing. I guess they decided not to shave just for 4 days. It's a 4-day beard. And the greatest wrestling match ever has begun.
There, Michael Cole just calls it. This is the greatest wrestling match ever.
That wasn't Michael Cole. That was Todd Phillips.
Oh, that was Todd Phillips.
Yeah, because so now Michael Cole and the other guy, I always forget his name. They commentate on SmackDown. They had different commentators on Raw with the King in January or just before January. But now it's Todd Phillips and whoever else is with him, and then they'll cycle in somebody else with them. And like right now, it's what's his name? Forget his name too right now. But they'll cycle in different guys with Todd Phillips, especially now with the pandemic going on. They've kind of gone to like a smaller crew.
Okay.
Commentators. Yeah.
So they're gonna. So how do you think they're gonna make this the greatest wrestling match ever? It's gonna be long. It's what? It's only 6:17 on the West Coast, so it's 9:17.
Yeah.
On the East Coast. Don't these pay-per-views usually end at like 11 o'clock Eastern?
Well, I think these pandemic pay-per-views, in the situation that we're in, have been a little bit shorter. And some pay-per-views have been short in general. Last year at SummerSlam, that was one of the shortest pay-per-views ever. So they've kind of been cutting them down in terms of length since then.
Okay.
Yeah. So I wouldn't be surprised if this match is maybe 25 minutes only, like not super, super long.
Oh, really?
But yeah, maybe just have some good spots in it. But that's kind of what we want, because that match that they had at WrestleMania was a really, really long match too.
Yeah, and that was the like Falls Count Anywhere, right?
Yeah.
Or wait, was that Falls Count Anywhere?
Last Man Standing.
Last Man Standing, that's right.
Yeah, yeah. It's a bit of a mix of both because they were facing each other everywhere in that performance building.
So yeah, I didn't know I didn't know Howard Finkel passed away. That's very sad. On April 16th, he passed away. He was only 69 years old. He had a stroke in February 2019.
Yeah.
Apparently, he passed away just recently. That's really sad. He was very young at 69 years old. That's very young. Yeah. Nowadays, that's very young to pass. That's sad. Yeah. Really, really great special thing they did for him at the beginning. That was nice.
Yeah. I like Randy's boots there. They're like leather snake skin or something, eh?
Randy's boots. Yeah, I don't know what he's wearing. Rattlesnake?
Yeah, it was like a rattlesnake boots. I kind of like them. I'd never noticed them before. I don't know
why.
Isn't
he what does he call himself? The Cobra or
No. He is the rattlesnake.
No,
Isn't he?
that's Stone Cold's
That's
the
Stone Cold.
rattlesnake.
Well, he's the Viper. Sorry.
The
He is
Viper,
Yeah, he is
right.
the
So he's
Viper.
got
I was mixing up.
maybe Viper boots. Viper skin boots.
Yeah.
Size 10? Who do you think has bigger feet? Randy Orton or Sheamus? Who has bigger feet?
Oh, Randy has to have bigger boots.
Why?
I don't know. I just feel that he does. I think he's taller. Is he not taller? What's Randy's height? Pepperoni, can you let us know?
Yeah.
Now they're going
up.
back and forth, and Edge flips and falls right out of the ring. Randy tricked him, Edge going back and forth between the ropes. Randy goes down as you do when guys are going back and forth, and then he just kind of tugs on his foot, and Edge slides right out of the ring.
So Randall Keith Orton stands 6'4.5". No, 6'4.25". 6'4". Who? Once you get over 6 feet, why are you doing fractional inches? That's just ridiculous. He's 6'4.25", 6'4", and 242 pounds. And so Randy Orton is 6'4", 242 pounds. Sheamus is 6'4", 290 something pounds.
Wow, he's that much heavier, right? Well, yeah.
Randy Orton's shoe size is 15.
Yeah, there you go.
Sheamus's shoe size is 10.
Yeah,
seriously. What is wrong with Sheamus?
Either he has abnormally weird size feet, like they're shorter, or whatever. But yeah, that's weird for that height. Because
like Randy Orton's shoes, yeah.
Yeah, I think I'm like 11 and a half, and I'm only 5'9".
Yeah. So that's normal. I'm 6'2", and I'm a size 13.
Yeah.
Randy Orton, 6'4", size 15. I get it. I had a friend who was 6'6", and he was size 17, 18. It makes sense. But like Sheamus, size 10? Why are his feet so tiny?
Orton. I like this.
Right.
Edge tricks Orton 3 times going in and out of the ring, and then he gives him a huge boot, and then Randy goes down. That was pretty good. I like that. But going back to the shoe size, I always thought I had big feet because I had flat feet. That's why I was struggling with skating, especially being a Canadian. I had to play hockey, but I always struggled a lot. My feet, I thought it was because I had flat. Well, it was one of the reasons was because I had flat feet. But I always thought that's why my feet were bigger than some people.
Is that how it works? Like flat feet mean like your feet have been flattened so they're longer, like
so
like a pancake, longer. Like you can like a pizza, you get a rolling pin and stretch it. I don't know if it works that way.
I don't know if it does, but I always thought that I was an extra, one size bigger or a size and a half bigger because of that. I don't know.
Right.
Anyways, so the Edge and Randy just keep on avoiding each other in this match. That's what's going on. They keep on sliding underneath each other, flipping around each other, and avoiding the contact hits. That's how this match is going so far. It's very interesting.
Yeah, they just seem to seep. They seem to keep just. Well, they're getting close to each other now.
Yeah. Now Edge has got Randy in an arm hold here, really tight between his thighs. And but I like Edge's tights. He's got the 666 fingers that he does devil salute on his boots and the side of his tights.
The rated R superstar.
Yeah. I better hope my guy wins because I'm wearing his shirt. I'm cheering him on. Man. Well, stay tuned next pay-per-view to see what shirt I'll be wearing, folks.
Oh, yeah, good idea. So when is the next pay-per-view? So we've got coming up, what do we have? So AEW pay-per-view won't be for another few months, but AEW is definitely having a special event. I think it's like July 1st or something. There's 2 weeks in a row that AEW Dynamite turns into AEW Fyter Fest. So that's special, but I don't think that's going to be an actual pay-per-view. That's just on TNT. But then AEW All Out is not until September. So we'll be doing until then we'll be doing WWE pay-per-view And I think the next one is going to be in July, and that's going to be the Extreme Rules, right?
Nice. Yes.
Yeah, so we'll get Extreme Rules in July. So that will be what do we got? July 19th, Extreme Rules. It's planned to be in San Jose. I don't know if it will still be there. And then NXT Takeover August 22nd. We don't really cover NXT, but then SummerSlam will be August 23rd. And then, so yeah, that's what we got there. We've got August, July, Extreme Rules, August, SummerSlam, and then September we'll have AEW. Yeah, should be fun.
Yeah, it will be. And let us know, because we're not planning on doing the NXT pay-per-views. They just did Takeover. When was it? Last week, right, Pepperoni?
NXT Takeover, I think, was last week. Yeah,
just last week. So we're not planning on doing those pay-per-views. Just the joint SmackDown Raw pay-per-views, the big ones, but all of them, and the AEW ones. Oh, nice flip by Edge, and Randy Orton goes right out of the ring. So yeah, but hey, let us know what you feel about us doing these live pay-per-views, and start leaving comments on Twitter. And we'll get back to you even live during these pay-per-views in future live streaming companion episodes. So go to that. Again, I'm at Russian98, RUSSIAN 98.
Oh yeah, and I'm Joey the Jabroni. Joey the JABRONI. Joey the Jabroni.
And of course, you can tweet us at the whole team at Jablam Sports, JABLAM Sports. We're there. And of course, remember, on all our episodes, go to our episode pages, jablamsports.com, click on episodes, click on our podcasts, and click on Pro Wrestling Xpload, and you'll see all our episodes, and you can click on each one. We have game notes for every one. And at the bottom of our game notes, you can leave our messages and comments about each episode as well.
So I just saw a tweet here that says, no, we're not piping in audio. Those Austin 316 chants are real? Are you hearing this? So I had my Bluetooth headphones hooked up to my iPad, and that's how I was watching the pay-per-view. My Bluetooth headphones died. So I don't have any audio right now as I'm watching WWE. Did you hear some chants? Orton doing color. He is cut. He is cut. He's got blood all over his face.
And
he's bleeding like a
recap. I gotta see
what happened. So we had Edge and Orton. Edge headbutted. Edge headbutted. Boom, headbutt from Edge. That Neanderthal giant cranium of.
I don't see him. I didn't see when he cut himself, so I don't know if it's not on purpose. I'm guessing it might have been tried to be on purpose. If you guys know when he cut himself, if he did, please let me know, because I didn't see when Orton might have done that.
Yeah, he might have just broken. Well, that's a tough spot too to get cut. It's pretty close to his eye. It's like right on his eyebrow. Looks like he's cut right on his eyebrow, not on his forehead. They don't usually cut the eyebrow. They usually cut the forehead. So yeah, it might have been just from that concrete cranium, Edge's concrete cranium, just decimating Randy Orton's skull there and ripping open his eyebrow. There's just blood all over him. Well, you can't have a greatest wrestling match ever without color, without blood.
That's what I'm wondering.
Right?
That's what I'm wondering. Like if they're gonna do it, they're gonna do it. And I didn't see him cut him, right? So I'm guessing it's a real cut without doing it. Wow.
I think you also, what else do you have to do to make this greatest wrestling match ever? I think you also have to have Edge do color. And Edge's blonde hair has to be crimson red, filled with blood.
Side
Russian leg sweep by Edge. Yeah, now he's got him in a chokehold here.
He's always using his double legs for every hold.
Yeah,
I've noticed. He's always got one of Orton's arms in his thighs again. Yes, and he's got him in a chokehold here. I don't know if it's a greatest wrestling match ever. Are we allowed to see any action with tables, ladders, and chairs? Because it is Edge, and I do expect to maybe see a ladder or a table somewhere.
I don't think you can do that. I don't think. I would say the greatest wrestling match ever. I don't.
Orton.
Oh, Orton
Just
almost with
missed
the RKO. Yep. I don't think you can have tables, ladders, and chairs in a great wrestling match. Like an Extreme Rules match is different than a wrestling match.
Yeah, then Orton has the advantage because that is, vintage Edge. Edge is at his best when there's a ladder.
That's
involved,
true. The TLC,
right?
Edge and Christian
Yeah.
TLC.
Yeah.
Do you think we'll ever see one of those again? Do you think Christian will ever make a comeback and we'll see Edge and Christian TLC match again?
We did have the Peep Show on Raw this week.
There was a Peep Show on Raw?
Yes, Christian was there.
Oh,
the
man.
was on, and Edge and Orton were talking during the Peep Show, and Orton interfered with a video saying how much he's going to beat Edge in this match, how Edge, and what he's been saying coming up to this pay-per-view is that Edge did beat him. He was the better man in that match,
right?
But he's not the best wrestler. He is the better wrestler. Orton is the better wrestler, and that Edge should go home, and that this is the end of his redemption tour. This is the end for you, Edge. Your redemption tour is done. We don't need you anymore. Right. I'm better than you. And if there's going to be a real wrestling match, a singles match, a regular rules match, I will beat you fair and square.
Right. Was he's whispering something in his ear now, whispering sweet nothings. Ooh, pushed him right up against the plexiglass. But so, like, I guess what I was saying, like, so that's something that was, I don't think anybody's been able to do that other than Ric Flair. Ric Flair used to, like, do color, like, and he used to cut right at the hairline, and his hair would be covered in blood.
Oh,
like,
yeah.
And he just had the crimson red hair. And to me, that's like, that's a pretty dramatic effect. If you're gonna have a greatest wrestling match ever, Edge has got to do color. His blonde hair's got to be covered crimson red. Just saying that.
I don't know. I don't see the commentating thing happen, but I think I might have tweeted, and I did send to you a long time ago when Booker T was doing color commentary, and he went into the fight in the ring, and he started fighting at the same time, and he was commentating while he was fighting. Like, and
That's
Booker
amazing.
T with a punch, and he punches the guy, and Booker T throws the guy down, and he throws the guy down. It was amazing. I swear that was hilarious. I gotta find it again. If it's not on my Twitter, I gotta tweet it out again. Amazing. That was amazing. Sometimes I really love Booker T. King Booker.
Booker T is fantastic. Booker T is fantastic. Like everything he's done is fantastic.
Oh, now Orton.
Side slam onto the table.
Yep. The announcer desk. And he's whispering right into his ear.
He's whispering. What's he saying? Can you hear him?
I can't hear him. That was only for Edge. That was not for none of us but Edge.
Yeah, he's telling him what he's going to do to him.
No, I think he was telling him what he's going to eat later for dinner.
I'm thinking a nice carne asada burrito. What about you?
I don't know what this viper is going to eat, but it's
eggs. For some reason, I see snakes eating eggs. Do snake eats eggs?
You know what? It does sound very edgy.
Eggy.
Hey, it does sound eggy.
Hey. So what do you think this match needs? Like, if you were gonna book the greatest wrestling match ever, what would you make sure? So I said, well, you need to have like somebody, not even color, but somebody's hair covered in blood. What would you book as part of the greatest wrestling match ever?
Well, I think Edge should go off a ladder. I think there's going to be a ladder involved. That if you're not going to use the ladder to hit the guy, go off the ladder and do a big hit.
So some sort of like, it's got to include some sort of like large stunt, like a big spot, a big jump spot or something.
Yep.
Maybe not interference, but some sort of big jump spot.
And that's classic Edge. Then you get classic Edge with the ladder. That's how you do. With Orton, what's Orton's big weapon that he would sometimes use? I guess maybe it's just a chair.
I don't know. His judgmental side face. I don't know. I'm not a fan of Randy Orton.
Yeah, you aren't.
I just, ever since he got in, like, I always feel like he's the weakest link. It's
Well,
so he's very good at carrying. He's a solid carrier. So there's this, now I'm going to get literary. There's this book called Fifth Business, and it's about a character who, the main character of the story, nothing consequential happens to them the entire story. But they are central to the story of all the other characters. And that's called the Fifth Business. It's like the idea that some characters just have no development and nothing interesting happened to them other than them helping other characters succeed. So I totally recognize Randy Orton for the work he's done creating other wrestlers and creating the stories of other wrestlers. And so I respect him for that. You know, where is he looking?
I think he's looking at the Fink before he does his move.
So this match is for Howard Finkel.
Yeah.
Interesting.
No, he's doing Eddie. He's doing Eddie.
Oh,
Guerrero.
He's doing Eddie. Yeah, he's doing Eddie.
Yeah.
Okay, so they're just doing all the
Three
spots.
Amigos. Well,
Three Amigos, but there was only two Amigos.
Yeah, he stopped him at 3.
Edge stopped him, and Edge did the third. Oh, Edge is gonna try it. Edge is going up for a second.
Edge is gonna do it. Another one. So now I basically are giving homage to everybody that's in heaven right now. That's one way to have the greatest wrestling match ever, Pepperoni. You're doing it for all the wrestlers up there in heaven that are watching down on you, and you're doing it for them and for the fans.
I don't know. It's like it's too easy. It's too easy, bro. Like, oh, now Edge is Edge doing color? No, that's just his hair. It's like, oh, man, I don't know. That's a cheap pop. That's like the cheapest of pops. The cheapest of pops is calling back to dead wrestlers for support. Like, leave their name. Like, don't tarnish their name, man. I don't know.
Well, I think they're paying homage to it. That's what they're doing. They're not tarnishing it.
Yeah,
it's
I
just
guess
like
so.
when
It's not tarnished, but it just feels dirty. It feels a little dirty.
It depends how it's used, right? Do you?
Yeah.
I sometimes I don't like it when like they're doing the chops right now when the Miz would take on Daniel Bryan's moves.
But right? Daniel Bryan's not dead, dude.
Well, no, but no, in my opinion, he still has a career. Like he was doing it before Daniel Bryan got injured, and he's doing that. Like I expect them to maybe take on somebody's moves as their career is at an end, or they've just finished their careers. But in the middle of a career, I think that's weirder, in my opinion.
Right.
Right. Like what's called KO likes to do the Stone Cold Stunner, right? And I like that. Who else? Who does what's called Bret Hart's figure 4?
The sharpshooter.
Sharpshooter, right? It's just I don't know. Like the Miz was doing. He was doing. What's his name's move? You mentioned him from Evolution. Ric Flair. He was doing the figure 4 leg lock for a little while, and he was paying homage to Ric Flair for that. So I don't know. I actually like them doing that for them, and
that's fair.
Maybe it's kind of weird, but especially if they're only doing it for this match and only for this moment,
right?
And it's supposed to be the greatest match ever, then I kind of like it.
Yeah, how can you claim you have the greatest match ever when you've had all these other greats come before you?
Yeah.
And do amazing things. Yeah, that's a good point. Maybe I take my rant back a little bit, but it just felt a little dirty. It felt like they were like using this death to their advantage. But I see what you mean. You have to pay respect. If you're going to do the greatest match ever, you have to pay respect to the greats that came before you, and especially those that have passed and don't have the opportunity to now try to pull off the greatest match ever, right?
Yeah. Well, and also I hope they don't do like 7 of them, I hope they don't start doing everybody's big move that has passed away. That would just be really awkward. But 1 or 2, it's really nice. It's nice to see. And I hope they both do an homage maybe to their favorite wrestlers, right? And if Eddie is one of them, that's good. That's great because it is one of their favorite wrestlers. And I mentioned it earlier. Eddie was in one of my favorite wrestling matches ever that he had at WrestleMania. So I'm glad that they did that.
You're talking about Eddie's like the match where he won the belt at WrestleMania?
Yes, yeah, yeah.
Yeah, that was a fantastic match. I'm
Yep.
gonna look that.
Like him and Benoit had some great feuds. Like fantastic. But Triple H, yeah.
Yeah, that's right.
So Edge is done on the ground. Orton goes for a pin.
Two.
Now they're really tired now. The fans are going wild. So off the top rope, here was a good spot. Superplex off the top rope. I love how the camera shaked when they landed in the ring there. That was a good effect. And they're showing it again.
Big suplex off the top rope from Randy,
Yeah.
just dropping Edge on his solar plexus right in the lower back.
See, that's one thing they could have done if it would have been nice, but we know Jim Ross is in contract for AEW. But somebody like that to bring them, to announce the match too would have been nice.
Jim Ross is the greatest. Jim Ross is the greatest, and I don't think anybody will ever be able to compare to Jim Ross.
Yeah. So, man, it would have been cool if I'm glad they did the homage to the Fink. But man, if they had somebody like Jim Ross announce this match, that would have taken it another notch.
Jim Ross is too much of an independent thinker for him and Vince McMahon to ever get along ever again. Double body splash, yeah. But Jim Ross is an independent thinker, man, and Vince McMahon does not want independent thinkers. Vince wants to control the narrative. He wants to control the narrative. He wants the things that WWE says need to go to be going, and he's not okay with somebody else having another perspective. And Jim Ross is just going to do that. He's a smart man, and he's really good at it. And yeah.
Well, that's with CM Punk. It was an amazing storyline when he was in the main event and all that stuff. But it was, the question is, how long is that going to last with, some of the people, the higher ups trying to have more control of what happens. Right. But CM Punk has the pike bomb. And even right now he's back, but only in the Fox side of things.
Wait, CM Punk is back?
But only on the backstage show on Fox after SmackDown, the backstage show that they kind of do. He's on that. He appears there, once a month at least on that. And it's great to watch. It's great to see CM Punk's views. But again, it's hard to bring him in if he's going to be so, original and be a little off the cuff and different than maybe what, WWE wants to do.
Yeah, they can't control him. So he's employed by Fox Sports though, not by not by WWE. Okay.
No. Yep.
CM Punk would be great to see in AEW.
Oh man, if he came back even just for one match, it'd be great. Oh, now he's doing vintage Viper in the corner.
Yeah, DDT. Trying to do the DDT.
And then Edge.
Edge turns around with the DDT. Fantastic.
So now does the Viper have to do Edge's move?
See, yeah, they have to do each other's moves. That's true. Yeah. They have to do each other's moves. But Edge didn't technically do Orton's move.
Yeah.
Like he didn't do the DDT with the foot on the top rope.
Yeah, he didn't do the vintage version off the ropes.
The crowd is selling this match.
Yeah, they're doing a pretty good job out there.
Great DDT though. Great sell. So yeah, I was saying Randy Orton. I guess that I'm not a fan. Like, I guess I can respect the work he's done. I don't want to disrespect him and disrespect the work he's done as a wrestler, but
I don't know.
It's just not interesting. Like, I can't say that I'm a fan of somebody who just makes other people look good. Like he's done great. Like if you talk about behind the scenes, of course, somebody who makes other people look good, they are the most valuable players,
Yeah.
The people that you can put against the guys that can't work because somebody higher up thinks these guys that can't work should look good. Put somebody like Randy Orton next to them and make them look really good. Like I can say that, but as a fan, I don't know what Randy Orton has for me,
Mm-hmm. Do you remember him and Bray Wyatt when they had that match? Did you ever watch that match? And then they were in the ring. and then there was like the graphics on the ring. It's like they were all like in the swamp, the Wyatt family kind of swamp feel to it.
I did see that. Yeah, that was
Yeah.
that was really cool. Yeah.
Right. So that's what Orton's done throughout his career.
But that was booking because of Bray Wyatt. That wasn't because of Randy Orton.
But I think the storyline and the way they built it and everything led up to that. Ooh, Edge almost got the 1, 2, 3.
Yeah, he put Bray over large way.
And then he helped push. He had that small stable. What was it? Was it Cody Rhodes? And was it Ted DiBiase? I think
DiBiase.
DiBiase's RARS's son, right? DiBiase.
I gotta look this up. This was post Evolution.
Yes, post Evolution, he had a small little stable, and he was pushing those guys. I believe it was those guys. I know for sure it was DiBiase, and
he was part of Rated RKO. They were a tag team.
For sure.
The Legacy.
The Legacy.
The Legacy. That's right. The Legacy composed of Cody Rhodes and semi-retired Ted DiBiase.
Yes.
Right.
Yep. So I thought he took that little small stable to a decent level enough.
Yeah.
Especially when Cody Rhodes and DiBiase were kind of going nowhere at that time. Especially DiBiase. And Cody Rhodes wasn't really ready for any kind of main event status at all. And we know where Cody Rhodes is now, but would he have gotten to that level if it wasn't for the assistance of Randy Orton? I don't know.
Well, I agree with you there. Yeah, I agree with you there. I guess that's what I'm saying. Like Randy Orton, in terms of a worker in WWE, he works really hard and he puts guys over and he does it for the show and he does it to make other guys look good. But he's not there for the spotlight. So I 100% respect behind the scenes the work he's done as a worker.
Yeah.
Now, sitting back as a fan,
that was a good reversal. That was a good turn and nice drop there. Bit of a Samoan drop there.
Samoan drop. But like thinking about it as a fan, like sure, if I remove the iron, not the Iron Curtain, if I remove the fourth wall, and I'm talking about this in terms of booking and the work people do in terms of booking and things like that, I see the work Randy Orton's done and I respect what he's done for people. But like and I respect the matches he's got. But like to be a fan, to say like Randy Orton is just as exciting as like Daniel Bryan, it's just like it's just not there. Whoa, running like powered. Yeah.
That was a pretty neat move actually. I like the way they set that one up. I don't know, even when he was with Evolution when he first started, I was interested and I was intrigued actually. And I think he gave Evolution depth and of course eventually the reason to call themselves Evolution because he was the future at that time.
Yeah, he was the youngest. Well, you had Dave Bautista who came at the same time, but Dave was Bautista was already like 10 years older than him, I think.
Yeah, for sure. But I don't know. And then he won the championship. He was in Evolution. He won the championship. He's winning titles. And then that kind of broke Evolution when they decided to, give the thumbs down and the Animal.
That's right. I remember that.
The Enforcer, power bombed him down. So I don't know. I out of Evolution, that's one reason why I liked Orton was I thought he did a great job in Evolution. And I watched Evolution, I watched it for Orton almost. I didn't watch it for Batista. I eventually started liking Batista later on, and I already liked Triple H from before. And I like Ric Flair. I've never been a huge Ric Flair fan. I think more because he was huge in WCW, so I never got to see him in his prime. Now Orton's going for his vintage Viper off the ropes again.
Viper off the ropes.
There it is.
Boom. Yeah, there we go. He hit it this time. And Edge just looking blindly into the camera.
I liked Orton out of Evolution. I liked Orton.
Interesting, yeah. So I was a fan of Evolution, first because of Ric Flair.
And you know what? Sorry, just before get the guy that's the heel in AEW, what's his name again?
MJF.
MJF. I feel Orton was kind of pulling on that MJF feel when he was in Evolution.
A little bit, yeah. Like I could say MJF could be like a mix of Ric Flair and Orton together. Yeah.
All right,
MJF really has that pompous. And Orton's
Viper's
doing the pump
spoiled.
up, right? The Viper what?
Spoiled. And Edge flips him, puts him off the ropes.
Turning him around.
Nope.
Reversal by Orton,
nice
jumps
flip.
over him,
Another
tries to go
reversal.
for a DDT. Backdrop.
Whiplash.
1, 2. Whiplash.
Almost.
Yeah.
All right, sorry, Joe, you were saying about Ric Flair?
Oh, just the reason why I was interested in Evolution. Ric Flair for me, like Ric Flair's still the greatest, man. I always loved that guy, and to this day. So Ric Flair was the number one reason for Evolution, but I was a big Triple H fan. I was a big Triple H fan in terms of just his story and the things he was doing and the way he came up. Like Triple H, I think, was one of those guys that could have been in the background for
Edge
much of his
giving
career. The crazy eyes.
It looks like
Edge is
he's
giving
about
the
to do a
crazy
spear.
eyes. Yep.
That's when he's about to do a spear. All
Yep.
right.
Or holding in a fart. One of the two.
I don't know. I don't know if his eyes go that wide when he's holding in a
Mine
fart.
do.
Oh, okay. All right.
Yeah.
All right. Yep. He's clenching his fist.
Clenching
He's
his
pulling him in.
fists, clenching his butt. Here we go. In for the spear.
Oh,
Orton jumps right
no!
out, tries to go for the uppercut.
No, RKO. Oh!
Wow. See what happens. 1, 2. Nope.
That was an Orton type move again by
Yeah.
Edge. Wow, Edge is fantastic.
Oh,
That was great.
I just want him. Is he your top wrestler of all time, or like I know you're an Edge fan?
He is my favorite wrestler.
He's
of
your
all
number
time.
one. Okay.
Yeah, he is my number one. Who is your number one, Joe?
My number one was Bret Hart, but I think it's Bret Hart. Like, well, Bret Hart's amazing and everything. He's one of the only ones of the top guys that I've gotten to meet.
Oh, okay.
Like, I actually have I gotta find that. I gotta dig in my parents' basement to find that. But as a kid, I got to meet Bret Hart, and I got him to sign a picture and all this stuff, and he was just super nice, and like he had the glasses and everything. It was great. So I think being Canadian, being where I was at the time, I'm a fan of the technical wrestlers. I'm a fan of like regular wrestling matches, not the gimmick stuff. Although I love the gimmicks, but like the characters I'm a fan of are just the technical wrestling guy. And I think Bret Hart's one of the best. Plus, I have that emotional connection of the day that I actually met him and shook his hand as like a 12-year-old boy. You know, it's kind of cool.
Yeah, speaking about the greatest wrestling match of all time, you might be speaking about one of the greatest wrestlers of all time, or at least that's what he called himself.
That's right. Yeah, he did. The best there was, the best there is, the best there ever will be.
Yep. And it was this match, one of those. Let's see. Orton's got Edge in a pedigree, and he finishes with a pedigree. So he's paying homage to Triple H. And he does not win with the pedigree. Orton's shocked. The fans are going nuts.
Wow. Pulled out the pedigree. What other moves do you think they're going to pull out?
Oh, man. Well, he just did the pedigree. Who was Edge's, coach, trainer, as he was getting into WWE, getting it out there? Is he going to do, I don't know.
Edge? I don't know. Edge trained in Toronto.
Yeah.
But who did he train on? He trained by Ron Hutchison and.
Is he gonna do a move from like Gangrel?
Gangrel! Oh, the Brood.
The Brood. When him and Christian were part of the Brood with Gangrel.
Oh God!
I don't know.
No,
I guess not.
no,
it's not
you
big
can't
enough.
go there.
That's a rock bottom.
Yeah, the rock bottom.
No, of course. You can't pin him with the rock bottom after he can pin him with the pedigree. So there it is. There's the rock bottom. Edge did the rock bottom for the Rock. So those are the big spots. Those are the big spots that you had to have seen.
Yeah, so they're just doing everybody's moves. That's how you make it the greatest match ever, by pulling on everybody, just doing everybody else's moves. Which is fun. You do it. Like I was kind of looking down on this match like, who do you think you are saying this is the greatest match ever? But they're like, well, we're just going to put like every wrestling move in every spot and things like that. That's fun.
Edge has to do something that Christian would do. Edge might, if Edge is Christian's best friend, maybe he does Christian's move, and then that means Orton should. Obviously, he's already done the pedigree, but maybe he does a Ric Flair move. Maybe he does the figure 4 leg lock.
Right. Backslide.
Yep, Edge has got him. They're both trying to
both fighting for the backslide.
Yeah, and Edge pulls it off, and no, almost gets the 1, 2, 3. Orton, uppercut. Edge looks out of it. Wow.
Randy Orton doing the uppercut.
Yep. Ken and Ryu would be proud. So they're pulling off Street Fighter moves.
Shoryuken.
Are they going to do an Ryuken next or
Hadouken? That was a Shoryuken. Now we need a Hadouken.
We need a move from Zangief. That's what we need. Then I'll get all into it.
All right. Oh, he's got him on the ropes. It's going to be the DDT off the ropes.
Edge.
No.
Oh, man.
Edge had other plans.
Edge slides again.
Oh, yeah.
Tried. Almost. Edge with a lot of these quick slides and slips. He must be already out there with a slip and slide. Oh,
another kick out. RKO. RKO in the middle of the ring. No, he kicks
out.
Out
of nowhere, but doesn't get the win. So that means Edge has put on his finisher and won't be able to be successful in his first attempt, right?
Right.
Yeah, he's cut pretty good there.
Oh, yeah, he's cut deep, right in his eyebrow. He might have actually gotten hit from Edge.
Yeah. That headbutt, though? I don't know. Maybe it was right before the headbutt. Maybe. Wow. How long has this match been? It's been over.
It's
over
6:56 on the West Coast, so it's been like 40 minutes, maybe.
Yep.
Yeah, I think it's been like 40 minutes so far. The sun is beating in this room. I'm gonna close the blinds. Give me a second.
My sun's way down here in the east. I've got this LED blasting in my face to give me light here. And remember, everybody, again, if you want to lead us any comments, anything, any feedback for the show, if you want to ask us any questions, you can reach me at Russian98, RUSSIAN 98. The show at Jablam Sports, JABLAM Sports. And of course, our website is at jablamsports.com. All our episodes are on there. Click on podcasts, click on Pro Wrestling Xpload, and you'll get all our podcasts and even comment on our game notes for every episode. Orton's getting ready for a kick. Looks like. Oh, a spear!
Oh, a spear from Edge.
And of course, he's going to go for the pin. No, he's not going for the pin yet, but he's got the eyes going again now. Is he going to go for another spear? Another one. 2 spears.
2 spears. 1, 2.
No. Yep.
Oh,
so close.
Rated R rock bottom. I'm just looking at what people are saying on Twitter about this.
Somebody's screaming. Somebody out there is like Vicky almost.
Yeah, somebody's screaming loud like Vicky Guerrero. I hear that.
Yep. Vicky's now in AEW, eh?
Yeah, she is. She just keeps screaming on the side.
Who is she managing or?
Nobody.
Promoting?
She just shows up in the audience.
Oh yeah, she's just in the crowd. Oh,
yeah.
I guess right now.
It's even funnier that way.
Nice.
She's a fan. They say she's there because she's a fan, is what they say.
All right, Edge is on his feet. Randy's on his knees. What is Edge going to plan to do next? He's looking around the ring for something. Is he looking for a ladder? No. He's going at Randy now. Man, we gotta. I don't know. I would like to see at least a move off the ladder. Edge. Oh, it's RKO, and that could be it.
RKO. No, I don't
1,
think so.
2.
He's gonna kick
Nope.
out.
Oh
Yep.
man. That was so set up though. I didn't see. I don't like it when it's a little obvious that Edge is kind of like twists himself off the rope, the middle ring of the rope corner, into like what move was he planning here? It wasn't like he was setting himself up to do a move. He's just like, here's a setup for the RKO.
Here's a setup. Yeah, what was he gonna do there? Maybe a Superman punch off the top rope, but I've never seen Edge do that before.
Yeah. Hydrate, folks. Hydrate. I always got to have my water with me.
Hydrated.
Are you still drinking some more Dr. Whiskey?
I still got my Dr. Whiskey right here. Yeah.
Just are you drinking it neat or on the rocks?
Dr. Whiskey on the rocks with a little slice of orange peel.
Oh, nice. A little fancy, huh?
Well, I had made a Negroni before that.
Nice.
I don't know if you ever had a Negroni. That's my favorite That's my Negroni is my cocktail of choice.
Ooh. Edge has got him locked in. I don't think Orton's gonna get loose. Yep. Low blow. No call. Low blow. Orton went in here. It's a kick, and he's gonna win the match. The referee didn't see. There was a low blow there. There's a low blow. Come on, ref. Come on. What is that?
Oh, come on.
That's totally.
You're going to end the greatest wrestling match ever with a low blow.
Oh, not even a finisher at the end, though. Of course. Randy Orton. He's got to cheat his way to win the greatest wrestling match of all time.
Shades of Ric Flair right there, you think?
Yep. That was the Ric Flair move. Remember? I told you he's got to use a Ric Flair move, and that was it.
Yeah, I guess that was the only Ric Flair. Well, they had the chops, too.
Yeah. But Orton's got to do a Ric Flair move. I said that's what he's got. He did the pedigree. He's got to do somebody else that's been in his history. He's whispering in his ear.
Whispering, all right, when are we going for that carne asada burrito, dude?
Yeah.
I told you.
I told you, man. Go to your family. Go see your daughters. But before you do that, we're going to go for that burrito.
We're going to go have a carne asada burrito. I don't think, are they in Stamford? They're at the Performance Center. Is that in Stamford, Connecticut?
No, I think they're in like Florida.
In Florida. Well, you might be able to get some good burritos.
Yeah. It feels like the ending of Avengers, right? When they had the shawarma, they're going out for burritos.
Yeah, they're going out for burritos probably, I think. Or some maybe some cubanos. Some good Cuban sandwiches, right?
Oh man,
go down
those
to
Cuban
Miami.
Sandwiches we had over there, they were fantastic.
In South Beach, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, we got it at like it was like a little corner on the side, and like just the ladies just pumping out the sandwiches, right?
Yeah.
Those were good.
All right, here's a recap of the end of the flip. Oh, there was a superplex.
So yeah, superplex from the top rope. Orton on Edge. Edge is damaged.
Yeah,
Orton had him on the
Viper.
backbreaker or whatever he calls it, and then reversal of the DDT.
Edge did there, yeah.
Into the DDT.
RKO.
And here's the RKO on Edge.
Wow.
Edge kicked out of the RKO. It was like a disastrous spear by Edge on Randy Orton. That was, my lunch almost fell out because of that. And then there was this weird jump from the top rope where Edge jumps off the top rope. Looks like if he had his arm up, it could have been a Superman punch, but it wasn't because he didn't have his arm up. So he just fell right into an RKO.
He was a fish out of water on that one.
Yeah.
And then Edge tried to get him in a hold there, and then Orton with the low blow.
Orton kneed him right in the nuts. You know, it's a message on life, you know. No matter how hard you fight, no matter what you do, you can always get kneed in the nuts by Randy Orton. And then you can lose.
Yeah, and life isn't fair sometimes. Life is not fair sometimes. Somebody sometimes will cheat and they will get ahead of you. But you know what? You live to fight another day, and maybe the best man doesn't win, and maybe the best man will win at the next pay-per-view or at SummerSlam.
They're gonna keep this going, eh? Well, I guess
Yeah,
none of
they're
them
gonna.
have anything better to do. Might as
Yeah,
well
I
keep
think.
this going. They're having great matches. Like all in all, I thought that was a solid match. What do you think, Pete?
I liked it. I'm giving. I don't know if it is the greatest. It is the greatest wrestling match of all time, but I think it will be up there, at least maybe in my top 10, 15. I don't know. I have to remember of all the other ones,
Yeah.
but it was a great match. It had some great moments. Like I said, I would have liked if there was a ladder spot, at least a move off the ladder.
Right.
I know it's you want to stay in the ring and make it just a wrestling match, singles match, regular rules, but it was a good match. It was a great
Yeah.
match.
Yeah.
There's a lot of good spots. I like the homages to all those great wrestlers, to the Fink, uh,
Yeah. That
to
was great.
all the wrestlers that we saw in the match, and Edge pushing away the stretcher. He does not want to get on the stretcher. Stop.
Telling them
Um,
to stop.
Orton's just staring at him from the top.
I am
So
looking
what?
at Twitter. What people are saying here. Kazim Famouyid says, hopefully I didn't mess that name up, but Kazim says, at Kazim says, Edge Orton did what any good wrestling storyline does. It rewards you for paying attention. I loved it. Good review from Kazim.
All right. Well, that's it for us. Before we leave, Pepperoni, what was your favorite match of the night?
What was my favorite match of the night?
Yeah.
Honestly, I think the first match
Yeah.
was my favorite match of the night.
tag?
The women's
The
tag
women's
triple threat. That was fun. It was a great
Yeah.
way to start the show. I thought it was great. What about you?
This match was very good. I do. These are two of my favorite wrestlers, and that's why I like it there. So I think this is one of them for sure. Um, what else? Out of all of them, I think I did like that first match as well. Um, but you know what? I will say it's a tie between that first match and this match. Yeah,
Yeah,
you're right.
and maybe I have to go with you. Maybe I have to say the Orton Edge match should take it. I thought that was a quality match. Everything was really
Yeah.
great. It was fun to watch. It was engaging. It was great length. It was a great story told. I might be handicapping there, but yeah, maybe maybe that match at the end probably be match of the night. We kind of have to make okay. Can we officially then say that match was match of the night? Orton Edge.
In my I was saying it was my match of the night. That first tag match, the triple threat with the women's, is my second. Yeah, that was great. Do you have a match that you didn't like out of all these? Was there one that you weren't a fan of?
The Bobby Lashley stuff was like, so they set it up. I liked how they set up the story and everything, but the match was lame. It was not exciting. Wasn't a good match. And then they just ended it with how everybody thought it would end and how you called it, right? That like Lana's going to come in, she's going to distract him, he's going to lose the match, he's going to be all upset. It's just like, guys, we've seen this over and over again, you know, like even Days of Our Lives comes up with more unique storylines than that. You know?
You know what? Mine was the Strowman Miz Morrison match. I liked the beginning. I liked the intro. I liked the music video and the Strowman with the Mack truck, the new name kind of thing coming out as a a train. But the match itself, it was like all right. Strowman just beat them. Like Miz and Morrison had some edge, of course, earlier on, but in the end, Strowman just took them apart, and that was it. So
Yeah.
I don't know. That wasn't. That match for me was like a 5, maybe 4 or 5. So
Yeah, I
that's,
hear you.
Not my match of the night for sure. It's the bottom at the bottom.
Overall, what do you think of this pay-per-view?
It was pretty enjoyable. I would say that, especially for a pay-per-view that's not like it's a mid-card. It's a mid-pay-per-view. It's Backlash.
Yeah, it's not one of the big 4, right?
It's not one of the big 4. It's not even one of like the big 8 or 10, I would say, right? But it was really good. For being one of those pay-per-views, I still give it an 8, but overall it's a 7.5. It had some very good matches, and the storylines were real. They turned up the storyline very well in many of them, and they flew. Like the Bobby Lashley storyline behind with MVP and Lana, I like that storyline. I like, Edge and Orton, what they're doing with them. I like what's going on between the Miz and Morrison with maybe Otis, but between them and Strowman, not so much. But they're building a storyline in the background of that match is what I like. And Jeff Hardy and Sheamus
Oh
again.
yeah, I almost forgot about that. That was a great match.
They built up that storyline very quickly. I would say I didn't like it that it was built up so quickly, but leading up to that match, the last week and the match itself was pretty good. And of course, all the storylines going on with the women's and the tag and Sasha and Bailey, maybe a little bit too much playing off each other, how much they might hate each other in the future. But I like the Iconics that they're in there and everything. So there's quite a bit storylines that I do like.
Yeah, all right. Yeah, I thought it was a strong pay-per-view. It was more than I expected. I was coming in here expecting to see a 5. I think I saw a 7.
Yeah.
I think there was a couple of really strong matches which did it for me, and it was quality. So, hats off to WWE. I thought it was a great show.
Cool.
I guess we should call it. That's it.
Yeah. That's it for this pay-per-view. WWE's Backlash here on our show, Pro Wrestling Xpload.
Xpload.
Right, brought to you by our team at Jablam Sports. Remember, go to our website, jablamsports.com, click on podcasts, click on Pro Wrestling Xpload, and you'll get all our podcasts. And of course, every episode's on there. And we have our game notes for every episode as we're going to be doing. And of course, leave comments on there. And of course, you can leave comments on our Twitter pages. Sorry. Mine is at Russian98, RUSSIAN 98.
Get me at Joey the Jabroni.
Yep. And of course, at Jablam Sports, you can tweet us there. Any comments you want to make? We're going to be trying to have a mailbag at the end of every episode. Of course, not these pay-per-view ones, but every other episode. And we'll see you again next week.
See ya. Good night, all.
Bye.